All right, so this is our final episode. Let's go ahead and get started. So last time we escaped the hospital, I'm sure it's going to recap it here, but we found out that Daniel was like being, he was inducted into a cult while we were in the hospital, a religious cult, and we had to go rescue him with the help of our mom. So now we get to see what happens next.
In a wild world, there were two wolf brothers living in their home lair with their papa wolf. They lived in peace until hunters took their dad away. The wolf brothers wandered for days and nights, learning how to live on their own for the first time. That's when the big brother discovered that the little one was
a psychopath.
But a super wolf. They decided to head south to the distant land of their ancestors. But the journey was long and dangerous. Still, the wolf brothers made new friends on the way. They learned more about the world. But danger seemed to always follow them after a bad accident. They were separated. The big brother had been hurt, and the hunters finally captured him. They put him in a cage, but when he finally escaped, he went to search for his little brother. He soon found out that the little wolf had joined a coyote cult, and he would not.
A coyote cult. That's one way of putting
Suddenly,
it.
their mother showed up after all that time. She said she came to help rescue him. They begged the coyote leader, but she would not release the little wolf. He was their idol. So they had to knock her out to escape. The Wolf brothers, now reunited, followed their rogue mother far into the desert to her hideaway.
That whole story arc with the cult, the religious people, felt kind of rushed. I feel like they had to introduce like the problem halfway through the episode, and so they only had a little bit of time to resolve it. It's literally you go there, you find out what's going on, you get kicked out, you meet up with Jacob, you come up with a plan, and then the second time you go, you just bust your brother out. Like it's it's like the next time you go, everything goes perfectly, and you bust your brother out. Like it's no big deal. 7 weeks since the last episode. I agreed. Previous two games did do a better job at storytelling. Yeah. I honestly, like, I was really excited when I got to the last episode of Life is Strange 1 because it all felt like it was building towards the climax. And this one, like, you can sort of feel the like conflict and the tension rising in each episode, but overall the story itself, I don't feel like has really built in such a way that I'm anticipating the final episode as like the climax of the story. It just feels like another episode where shit's gonna happen. But we'll see. Maybe they'll be able to tie it together with a nice little bow and make everything that's happened up until now make sense.
Hey. Wake up, Sean.
Exactly. I don't feel it's connected to the story either.
Come on.
What?
That's a good way of putting it.
What time is it?
Get up. It's so beautiful. Check it out. So?
Yeah, okay. Good call. Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, I guess the mom she helped him. She was there just to help get Daniel out of the cult, and then she just peaced out after that.
Is
I don't know. We'll see. See if she's still around.
Yeah, It just itches. It's okay, Nano. Promise.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless she's still there and they're just making her sleep on the other side of the
I love
rock.
you. No matter what happens. You hear me?
Yeah. I love you too.
So did they do all the catching up between Daniel and his mom off screen? I thought that was going to be a good part of this episode, was like them figuring shit out, but apparently it just,
Diaz brothers.
we finish all that with a little bit of hand waving and she just disappears.
So, are you still having those bad dreams?
The time jumps leave out a lot of important
You know,
details. Yeah, they do.
Elizabeth?
Yeah.
The things that like the
Sometimes
previous episode sets up and you're expecting to
like she's
happen in the next
around,
episode, it's just like,
coming
nope,
after me.
you're skipping forward a month and a half and that shit already happened and now you don't have to worry about it. I don't remember what we were just I wasn't paying attention. I'm already not paying attention to the dialogue because I'm too busy talking about the story. She's scared, or she's scared, sure.
Dude, I bet she's having nightmares about you.
Yeah. But she's still out there. Somewhere.
Oh, we're talking about the leader of the cult, the
Yeah.
crazy lady. She has no power.
Without you, she has no power. We're all good.
Hope so. Sean. Are we criminals now?
We were criminals before, kid. I mean, not now. We've been criminals since the start, technically speaking. We'll say. Should we tell him the truth and just say sort of? How does he not know that we've been running from the police this entire time? Sort of.
Sort of. We did a lot of illegal shit.
Yeah, like, where is the yes option?
Cops catch us.
We've been criminals for literally months
for what
now.
we did. That's
Whether
for
what we
sure.
did was wrong or not, running from the cops,
Yeah.
that kind of made us criminals.
I know.
Well, we're almost at the border. Finally.
I like it here. But we'll have to leave soon. I know.
I'm sorry, Nano.
You can't just sleep on this rock forever.
I know it's been a long time. Can you tell me the rest of the wolf story?
I mean, if he wants to hear it, yeah, I'll tell him.
Yeah.
Hey, Blasian Panda, what's up, man? How you doing?
Forever since we left off.
Way too long.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, thanks to their mama wolf, the Wolf brothers barely escaped from the coyote cult. She led them to her secret lair, deep in the Red Desert.
You're at work? That's fun.
The Wolf brothers rested for a while,
I'm doing pretty good.
but at some point,
Hope work is going well
they
for
had
you.
to continue their journey south. They were closer than ever to their father's land, but between them and their destination lied
A mighty fire unicorn. But she's nice, so they become friends.
Excuse me, who's telling the story?
You are. But it's my story too. Right?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah, that's true. Okay then.
I mean, you just
So
do
what
whatever the
happens
fuck
next?
you feel like anyway, so why just make it your story?
They arrive in
You
Mexico,
decide what happens
but the
because my
country's
input matters
rampant by
absolutely zero.
goblins. Together, the wolves and the unicorn manage to slay them and become heroes. The police forgives them, and all their friends come to Mexico to celebrate.
Yeah. Sounds pretty good, and I know.
Sounds like a whole lot of bullshit.
Back to town. Gotta clean up our stuff before we leave. This place is too pretty.
Constellation. Oh, let's draw. Let's draw before we do anything else. That shit's important. Plus, it's beautiful out here.
Sketching time. Good idea. I'm glad you can still draw after. You
I
know.
don't have a whole lot of depth perception, so everything's flat, but
But if I can see it in my mind, I can still sketch anything. Almost.
We'll see about that.
Very funny. Smart ass.
I'm kidding.
are you though?
Hey, can you draw me as a superhero? Like, striking a pose over the canyon.
Badass.
I can try.
My back hurts a little.
Ta-da. Finished.
Let me check it out. Jeez. Do I really look that evil? He looks more
Not
like a
evil, it's
super-
badass. What are you talking about? Out of ink. Draw any episode in, or draw any drawing in episode 5. Do I want soy sauce? No. No, thank you. Let's read some more and see what else happened to them in the time between last episode and this episode. Canyon sunrise. Oh, wow. Wait, are these just the drawings? I want to see what else happened. Oh, this takes us through the dates. Okay, let's go down to the last one. Here we go. Let's go back to... Have we seen these? I don't remember if we've seen these or not. Total trip to live. Oh, no, okay, we haven't seen these yet. I think we've seen these, though. Yeah, Karen wants to talk. It's hard, but I'm trying to hear her out. Not sure I'll ever understand what she's been through or what she's after, but I can try. We got Daniel, finally. The freak guru can go to hell now. Feels so good to be with my bro again. Leaving Haven Point, Karen is taking us to her place. We need to breathe, sleep, heal. Karen lives in a desert commune. No shit, unincorporated community, she said. And it's called Away. Away. Only 30 people live here. On or off. This place is so weird, but the desert is mind-blowing. The perfect hideaway. So this whole thing of them visiting like where she lives and finding out about her, that I guess that all happened off screen, and we're never gonna get to see that. Which was like one of the things that I was really interested to see. Like from the very first episode, I'm like, I want to find out what happened with the mom and why she left and everything. And they really gave us zero explanation other than she just didn't want to be a mom anymore, so she just jet and left and joined a hippie commune in the desert. Inari, isn't that? Yes, that is what Futaba calls Yusuke in all of Persona 5. Inari is Japanese for fox, but it's also a term for a type of sushi. It's like a tofu, a soft tofu that's sweet. It's kind of like formed into a pocket, and then they put rice inside of it. It's really good. And you can also get it with like other toppings as well. It's very, very delicious. One of my favorite sushi pieces. Daniel's still feeling so confused, guilt tripping a lot. He can't figure out what happened, the brainwashing, the lies, Lisbeth's grasp over his trauma. Doing my best to help him recover. Karen is a big help too. I got the hiccups. She's good with words. That letter from Jacob and Sarah made him happy. Daniel needs more friends, so do I. Total trip to live with Karen again. She's trying her best, but I'm still not ready to open up. Maybe I'll resent her forever. Maybe I'll deal with it. Daniel is getting better. I can see he loves having mommy back. Daniel's power is no secret here. No one gives a shit. They just go along with it and don't see it as something they can use to their own advantage. Refreshing. Well, they're the first people that have felt that way. Who's gonna tell? We're already the batshit crazy sand people. So this place away is what you make it. Joan haunts it with cool-ass sculptures. Did I say haunts it? Yep, haunts it with cool-ass sculptures made from scavenged scraps. She's a cool and sunny woman. Karen's closest thing to a best friend, it seems. Cool as heck. What does that say? Cool as heck ornamental tattoos. Take my time today. Arthur and Stanley live in one of the only proper houses in town. They built it together 10 years ago from ruins of their past lives. Sorry, my food is arriving. My Japanese food that we purchased today. Thank you. These two can't stop teasing each other, but they're so inspiring. Old couple, young love. Got a letter from Cass today. Feels good. Would love to hang with her again someday. This place makes me want to draw. Could stare at the canyons forever. David needs to vent out. I don't know what that means, to vent out. He's been having... Oh, Daniel, not David. Looks like David. Daniel needs to vent out. He's been having nightmares about Haven Point and Lisbeth for weeks. Still feels guilty about my eye. Need to find ways to help him process this. Karen told us about a cool camping spot. Reached the top after a long hike across the canyon. Track sessions feel like forever ago. Need to work on my cardio. Probably the best view ever. Gonna stargaze all night thanks to Arthur's telescope. Daniel seems happy. Okay, so they haven't left the commune yet that they're staying at with their mom. It looks like they just came up here to do some stargazing and spend the night here, and then they're probably going to go back after that. So they haven't completely abandoned the mom yet, it seems, from how the story has gone in the book so far. All right, let's pack that.
Out of here before that heat comes in.
Hey, I can help. Just tell me what you want to put in there.
You are the man. I'm glad we had these. Not a fan of desert critters. Pretty useless with the crazy moonlight we had. But it scares the coyotes away. Activate.
All right, Daniel, put that shit away.
On the way.
What else we got?
So incredible to see all those stars and planets up close. It's like we're right there.
This power is so cool. I love
I hope we can go watch the stars again.
Mom said
Don't
there's a
talk over
movie
yourself,
coming
kid.
up soon.
I'm in. This place is cool. I could just move here.
Well, you can gather up all this shit.
God damn. That food was amazing.
God damn.
Thanks.
Yeah, you heard him talking, like the voice lines activating at the same time.
Let's clean up this mess.
Not if it cleans up by itself.
Stop. Daniel.
Can't catch it, huh?
No shit. Now cut it out.
Jeez. You're no fun.
Yep. Still need our processed sugar in this hippie desert. Yo, Captain Can you take these away?
Sure.
And no funny business.
Of course not.
Perfect formation.
Of course not. I'm not a robot. All right, what else we got? I guess we're not putting away the sleeping bags. We're just going to leave those here. Let's pack the Constellations book.
I swear Dad had that same book in the garage.
Yeah. I think you did.
I mean, Sonic
Never
Adventure
showed
2
it
is
to
putting the bar
Maybe
pretty low
it
for like,
reminded him of Mom too much.
is this game well coded? It's basically putting the bar on the
Yeah.
floor.
Right.
Well,
Some of those
Let's hit
Sonic
the
games
trail,
are just
cowboy.
fucking awful. And I say that as a fan of Sonic. I loved Sonic as a kid. I'm not shitting on them because I dislike the games. They're just fucking bad.
What are you doing?
Don't fuck with the scorpion. Don't do
What
that.
the fuck, dude? Don't do that.
What's wrong?
Stop messing with it, man.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, little guy. Don't get eaten by eagles.
Do eagles eat scorpions?
No idea.
Cool.
Don't use your power to fuck with living things. Unless they belong to a cult, and then it's okay. What else can we do? Guess it's just time to go
I
back.
wish we saw more falling stars. Or any.
Just gonna throw myself off this cliff. We saw the Milky Way.
Hey, we saw the Milky Way, dude. How
Dude.
cool is that?
Yeah, that's true. And Mars. That was so cool Arthur and Stanley let us use the telescope.
Yeah. These guys are real cool.
Was thinking drop Daniel off a cliff. Yeah, my stream title last time was just can we just punt Daniel into the ocean, but we weren't close enough to the ocean to make that happen. Speaking of Sonic,
Can help her with her sculpture when we get back.
can you shut up, dude? I'm trying to talk.
You're like the magic assistant.
It's nice to be able to use my power out here.
I used to,
Yeah. Karen was right.
like,
They're all cool.
10 plus years ago, I used to watch the Game Grumps on
Doesn't say much
YouTube a
about my
lot.
power.
Dude, will you shut up?
What?
I used to watch the Game Grumps quite a bit. And there's a really funny clip of them playing, I think it's Sonic 06. They're playing, and like, they're playing as Knuckles in one of the sections of that game, and like, just trying to traverse the level, and the camera just starts glitching out and like flipping around like crazy to the point where you can't even tell what's happening, and they just have like a meltdown over how bad the game was coded, how janky it is. It's really funny.
What do you think?
She's confused.
She's
Yeah, Sonic 06 is something else.
Like, what do you mean? She's my mom.
well, you know. I mean, she hasn't seen you for years. Not sure she can deal with all of this at the same time.
Huh. It must be weird for her.
Let's talk about this Karen.
See this? Looks like the ones you did back in that cabin.
And David the table.
God's
Bop,
sake.
bop, bop.
Oh, totally. Wait. Does that mean other people were here?
Of course. Maybe someone from away did it.
Oh, I bet it was Joanne.
I don't know if there's been a single moment
Where were we?
in this
I
one
hear you.
where I've laughed out loud like that. Oh, we have a... What is this pocket? Is this stuff we have in our pockets? Yeah, I don't think there's been a moment in Life is Strange 2 where I've laughed as hard as that. A little sad, to be honest. Have we always had this little pocket thing where it's supposed to be like what we have in our pocket? I don't remember that. Alright. We've got a... Oh, we still got the walkie-talkie. We've got a water canteen, a lighter, some colored pencils, a jacket. What is this? Oh, the food container. Joan makes the best curries ever. Hell yeah, I love curry. Soda can. Sorry, hippies. We still got to have our candy. What is this, a blanket? This is the blanket we stole like at the very beginning? No. This is Karen hooked us up with this. Hey, Blasian Panda, congratulations. You are the new Naked Emergency Leader. Enjoy it. You better enjoy it. If you don't, it's fine. He has a curry container, a food container that contained curry in it, but I think they ate it the night before. So now it should be an empty container that previously had curry in it. Pocket curry is the best. Yeah, it's right up there with pocket sand. Constellation book. Flashlight. Pretty useless. Telescope. We definitely have to get a telescope like this. Got to give it back to Arthur when we get back. The Inari is amazing. Excellent. And we'll be trying it soon. Full camping gear, sleeping bag.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
I don't know if I've heard that one recently or yet. That's awesome that you got that. Hello, City Rages. And we are slowly but surely working on emotes for this channel. Nymeria has been working on making some like just basic text ones. Then I've got another friend who's an artist that we've reached out to about potentially making other ones. So they will be coming hopefully soonish. Because I've wanted to make emotes for a while, but we're working on it. We'll eventually have some that you guys can use.
My legs are gonna be like yours after all this hiking.
Let's discuss the
Amazing that
weed.
Anything can grow out here.
Does it ever rain in the desert?
Well, good question.
Should have paid attention in school. Anything else over here we can talk about? Talk about the cactus? There's a shiny object over there.
Are
Now, what
these
the hell
things
is that?
poisonous? Or something?
It's a cactus, dude. It stings. That's all.
Just don't touch it.
Lame.
Hey, can you give me that shiny thing over there?
Daniel, I see something behind this rock. Can you bring it over?
I almost forgot he had powers for a minute. I'm like, I'm gonna have to walk all the way around to go get that. Finally, his powers are good for something.
Ooh, look at that. So cool.
Yep.
What is it?
We're taking this treasure.
The Magic Place. Find optional collectible number 1. Hell yeah, we found a collectible. God. Panda, you are going insane with your emotes over there.
Damn. I've got the munchies. Hope Karen has some food.
Hey,
Let's start
you
jogging.
know who I'd see having a trailer out here?
Who?
Who?
Brody. He'd love it.
That's true, he probably
He
would.
could have his own radio station and everything.
Yeah, definitely. It would be so cool to have him around.
Is he gonna come back, or are we just never gonna see him
I
again?
miss him sometimes.
Looks like
I
a
miss
job
him
for a
too. He was the
local super
best character in this
psychic
game so
boy.
far. Can you move these rocks, child?
After all that scary crap. So, maybe you can help us get out of here?
I'll try. Step back.
Be super careful.
How did we get up here if those rocks were there?
There you go. I hope it's okay.
Nice, man.
Yeah, same. I'm not smart enough to. I'm not smart enough to figure out emotes either, and definitely not artistically talented enough to be able to create them. If I made emotes, you guys would probably just be like, "These are the saddest emotes I've ever seen in my entire life. These are the worst emotes anyone has ever created." All right, back to our commune. You have no artistic talent either. Glad to know I'm not the only one. I have a little bit of musical talent, but that's about it. As far as drawing and, like, creating interesting things, I have zero talent.
Hey, I'm gonna go see what Joanne is doing.
Go for it.
Yeah,
Have to
same.
write
I can
back
play
before I
bass.
spoke to Stanley and
I can barely play bass. I can play a little bit of piano. I used to play trombone a lot.
Went to town for weekly supplies. Some
I could do those,
pancakes
but
left in the kitchen.
ask me to draw something, not a chance.
Back soon.
Alright, just stuff the telescope in my pocket somehow. Not sure how that works.
Daniel, you copy?
Yes, I read you. 10-4.
I have a pancake alert in the kitchen. Repeat. Pancake alert.
Whatever. Joanne has waffles. Over and out.
10-4. No flying pancakes today.
Wait, what? No flying pancakes? What does that even mean?
Karen doesn't even like to leave this place just to go shopping.
So many things to look at.
Looks like they all finally found their home.
If I have time, I'm going to try for a Kingdom Hearts What's a BBS stream? I'm assuming KH is Kingdom Hearts, but I don't know what BBS is. Try to finish Terra's story. Nice. I'm so unknowledgeable about anything Kingdom Hearts. I know that they have, like, Disney characters. Birth by Sleep, okay. I know they have Disney characters and, like, Square Enix characters and stuff like that, but other than that, I don't know. I don't know shit.
Karen looks so young and fragile on this picture.
It's a prequel. Okay, that's good to know.
Hard times.
Maggie and Karen, summer 11. Kissimmee, Florida. Well, let's read Jacob's letter.
I'm so glad Jacob and his sister are doing okay. They deserve some peace.
Was this? I guess this was after.
So cute. Looks like Lila has some competition.
Oh,
now.
I forgot. We helped Jacob rescue his sister too. Dude, I cannot read his writing whatsoever. Hola, Sean. Sorry I did not write to you sooner, but this was the first time I've had a chance to relax after we got out of Haven Point, thanks to you and your brother. I still can't believe it really happened. So bizarre. Sarah Lee and I do miss our parents, but we're not ready to let them know where we are yet. We'll figure it out later. With the money you gave me, I could pay a month's rent in advance for a room in a small beach town on the coast. Sarah Lee loves it. She's much better now thanks to the antibiotics. We're doing great. The most important thing to me is my sister, just like your brother. You're lucky to have each other, and we were blessed when you both came our way. I'm trying to track down our Humboldt crew, so I'll keep you posted. I hope everyone is okay after that night on the farm. We all deserve a break and a better future. Please let me know when you make it to the other side. You and Daniel got this. Give our little hero a big hug. Take care, Jake. You gonna pick up Expedition 33 after your shift on Saturday? Yeah, dude. You're gonna have to let me know how you like it. I haven't gotten a chance to play it anymore since before the last stream that I did, but man, I'm excited. I'm definitely gonna be playing it tomorrow. Let me know what you think of it, because it's so good. Tasty, tasty Warren. Delicious, tasty Warren. Hi, Daniel. Hope you're good and happy. I feel so much better now. I'm so happy I got to see the ocean for the first time. Even tried to surf. I think I could be good at it. I wish you were here so we could go to the beach, even if the water is cold. I love this weather way more than the heat. Please come see us soon. Thanks for being one of my best friends, Sarah Lee. Eager to play it? Hell yeah, dude. I think you're going to like it. So we can just straight up eat the pancakes.
I do remember Karen would drown her pancakes in hot sauce.
What the fuck? Do people actually do that? Do people put hot sauce on pancakes? I do not understand.
So good to have a home. Again. And a real bed. Didn't realize how much I miss Cassidy's voice.
Never heard of that
Yeah,
before?
it's
Neither
nice.
have I. I've never known anyone to put hot sauce on pancakes.
Dude.
I guess if you don't do maple syrup or something else that's sweet on pancakes, putting hot sauce on it may be not that bad, because then it's kind of like just putting hot sauce on like a sweet bread. Maybe that would be tolerable. but I cannot imagine having sweet pancakes with maple syrup and hot sauce on it. That's bizarre. Lobster hand rolls to die. Mustard? Get the fuck out of here with mustard. What are you talking about? Hot sauce is bad enough. Mustard is even worse. What do you mean mustard? Nymeria is slowly eating all the things that we bought at the Japanese market today and then leaving reviews in chat. Look to my right. Oh, hey, you're outside. Nymeria is sitting on our balcony. That was weird. Okay. So our letter from Cassidy. Hola, sexy boy. No more city boy. Jake hooked me up with your P.O. box, so now you can't hide from your old crew anymore. I know you took off from the hospital, and I'm glad you're still going down to Mexico. We've all been fugitives on the run, but you and Daniel are the kings of the road. I hope you finally get back home. Of course, I'm not ready to settle yet, so we're all hanging out in Colorado. The idea is trying to get as far away from the West Coast as possible. Too many ghosts for now. Hard to believe Finn isn't here to start shit, and we don't miss him for that. But he'll get a few more songs out of me. We all want to remember him for his angels, not his demons. I miss you. I would love to take a road trip out of this shithole, and it would be great to swim with you again. So you better let me know when you hit Mexico, Sean. Don't make me track you down. Here, I'll even give you my number, so no excuses. Love, Cassidy. +1. Thank you for putting your country code on the front of your number, else I might not know which country to dial. 803-555-011-0199. Very nice. Yeah, it's been raining off and on here today, but right now it's been pretty decent. It's like in the, forgive me for using American units, but it's been like in the lower 60s, upper 50s Fahrenheit. So it's been very nice, very tolerable. A little cloudy.
Gotta keep my eye lube handy. Glad I don't need it as much. She changed my diapers, but it feels kind of awkward to be here.
What else we got? Snake clamp?
Gotta
Nope,
keep my
that's
eyes
not.
handy.
Well, that was interesting. I've never done that
Glad I
before.
don't need it as much. Ugh. I wish Karen didn't tell me she got a rattlesnake out of the toilet last week.
Oh, fuck that. No way. I ain't dealing with rattlesnakes in the toilet. Let's see. VHS tape?
Dad was an absolute
Chupacabras
fan.
from outer space. Sounds like a classic.
Maybe they were nerds together.
All right, let's check our tabs.
Brody's so good at describing painful situations.
Hey, we got more Brody,
So good.
Brody story. I could read this one normally. A Tribe Called West. You Can Go Home Again by Brody Holloway. The last time I saw my mother before this year, I was telling her to leave me the fuck alone. That I was done with the whole bullshit family. My real fam were the strangers I met on the road who became friends, not my family who became strangers. I adopted all the online connections I made around the world and all those wandering souls that I would encounter on my journeys ahead. You'd be reading about them right now, except the last time I saw my mother, she was in hospice care at our Utah home, her body light and frail as a web, holding my hand and telling me that she was sorry about everything that kept us apart for most of my adult life. My mom was dying of cancer, and she was sorry. So I cried. She cried. My brother cried. We all cried. And all the years of family bullshit blew away to dust. Like that finger snap sound. I just wasn't mad anymore. I didn't know it'd be so easy, or so hard. It didn't mean the past didn't happen, or that I wasn't responsible in my own way. My brother used to tell me I was a fake liberal, because while I was out trying to save the world, he had to take care of Mom and the family estate. Maybe he was right, but I told him that he also had the money to take care of them. God damn, if I was in charge of the finances, I would have given away the family estate and we'd be broke living in a co-op. My brother knows this. Families are just fucking weird. Society tells us to love your parents and siblings simply out of blood and chance. But what if you hate each other? What if you're only linked by random DNA? What if... Whatever. It doesn't matter. I've seen the best and worst of people everywhere I roll. You tend to have those extremes at 3 a.m. at an empty gas station or in some desolate freeway. On some desolate freeway. Yes, I've seen strong family bonds in hard times. I know there are big siblings out there who will always care for their little siblings and vice versa. They help me to understand our fragile filial ecosystem. In her last hours, my brother and I held my mom's thin fingers as she passed on to a place I hope is better than the one she came from. After she was gone, I found a stash of some old school essays and stories, the only thing I was good at in school. I never knew she kept this stuff or that she cared. Even if we never understood each other, she must have been a little proud that I went my own way and tried to be a force for good. Mothers know how to make you cry like a little bitch. The first time tears had burned my eyes in a long time. It felt good. So now I've come back to a home I once vowed to never return. I don't feel so alienated this time, even if I still am. Like I say too often, there's a difference between being alone and being lonely. Now I have an estate to deal with and more responsibility than I actually want. But I have to see this as karma or destiny or the dharma of the privileged. Don't panic, but I may be taking a break from my life on wheels just to see who or what I can help. Now I have more resources to spread around. I'm sure my brother will approve, insert sarcasm, if we're still talking about all this memorial bonding. Okay, it's not a happy ending, but maybe it's a hopeful one. And speaking of hope, given the sad state of this sad nation, I've been thinking it's time to move outside my comfort zone. Send dispatches from places and people I'm not so familiar with. Places I can explore to tell new stories from, like Canada, or Mexico, or The Road Never Ends.
We miss you too, Lila.
Hey, we finally get to see some more stuff from Lila. It's been a long time since like episode 1 or 2, maybe? Since we've heard from Lila. Looks like she's moved on. Me during the day, all good, under control. Me at 3 a.m. in my bed. Ah! Good for her. My birthday baby bro, Daniel Diaz. Missing, not forgotten. I'll make a wish for you. Mexico reunion with Brody? That'd be great. I'd love to have a reunion with Brody. Alright. Let's see Karen's tabs. See what Karen was reading
Had
about.
no clue there was a network of seed pirates. Karen's a real-life hacker.
Native seed savers in the Southwest. Interesting. So you can actually purchase the seeds.
Karen takes on some small pieceworks for a living.
Hi,
Must be better
Karen.
than poetry.
Thank you for your last advice column. We got quite a response and a lot of hits. I know you don't want a social media footprint, but you could generate a lot of clicks with your insights. Looking forward to your next piece. Please make sure to send your invoice for May and June. Best, Ariana Klein, Managing Editor, Desert Life Weekly. Cool.
Man, I'm still not used to this heat out here.
Yep, it's hot in the desert. Hey, Oscar, how's it going? Good news, as a super fan of Nintendo, on Thursday, April 24th, I finally pre-ordered the Nintendo Switch 2 console bundle with Mario Kart World with a few extras, protection, and a micro SD card express for June 5th. Very nice, man. That's awesome you got to pre-order it. However, breaking news, due to suffering from stress, I just decided to leave and not coming back to my day program for adults with autism. Well, I'm sorry you're so stressed out, but I hope taking a break from your day program or leaving it, whatever you need to do, really helps you get the stress worked out. But congrats on getting the Switch. I'm sure being able to play the Switch 2 will definitely help those stress levels as well.
Karen has been camping in her own house since we arrived.
Hey, Straubs, how's it going? Thanks for dropping by.
Either Karen was desperate for a job,
He,
or she loved working with kids.
We weren't hanging out in chat, but Nymeria and I were watching you play Hades earlier and we're enjoying it. Very soon in the future, my life will be changing forever. I'll be getting a job and going to a new day program to meet new people and make new friends. That's super exciting, man. Congratulations. Congrats on getting a job and getting to meet new people. That's exciting.
Whoa. I hope Karen sends this to Claire and Steven.
I'm doing pretty well. We're just wandering through the desert commune here and reading as many papers as we can pick up. Hi, Mom and Dad. I've been thinking about this letter for a while, and I know it's been a long, long time coming. So I'm sitting here tonight thinking about the words I should have written 10 years ago. You always used to say everything happens for a reason. We fought about it then. I understand why now. There's a reason I feel like I have to reach out to you both tonight from the desert. I know you've only heard from me once by phone and 6 times by letter for almost a decade. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you, and I was certainly not trying to punish you like you told me. Don't laugh, but I just didn't know what to say or write. Poet's block. Just like how you had to block me from your life after I left Esteban. I understand that was how you had to deal with a problem child, an only child who didn't live up to your expectations. There's no denying that I failed you, but the burden, weight of your aspirations as parents failed me too. You had such a rigid opinion of what I was supposed to be that I just didn't have the opportunity to explore who I actually was. You wanted a daughter to grow up happy, find a good job and great husband, settle down to breed, have kids, and raise them in faith to continue the cycle of suburbia. That daughter wasn't me. I know that you were raised in a different time and culture, so I didn't understand your point of view. Like you didn't understand your wayward daughter. Maybe a bridge too far for us at that time. After Danny was born, I knew I wanted to take a break, some time to figure things out in my head and heart. It didn't make sense to you or Dad, and I get that, but you didn't see how. I was so desperate, and only Esteban was willing to give me that time because he saw how unhappy I was. I don't blame you for my decision to leave, and maybe a time out would have led to the same outcome. We will never know, and I try not to live in regret. My life has been a roller coaster, and there have been times I long to hear your voices and thoughts, even the negative ones. And I know when I last talked to you in New York to ask for help in paying back my debts, you wanted to help. But it was on your condition to return right back to where I couldn't return. I hate that was our last conversation. I'm sorry I reached out to you this day. I'm sorry I broke your hearts. I'm sorry I let you broke mine for silencing me for so long. I think it's supposed to be break mine. I think we've paid our dues. And now I sit under a blue field of crystal stars like the poet I hope I am, writing and waiting for a chance to rebuild an old bridge with my mother and father. I hope we can cross it one more time. Love, your daughter. Hey, Straubs, congratulations on being the new Naked Emergency leader. Yeah, poet can't even spell or use the right tense of the verbs. Come on, man. What kind of garbage poet are you? Sorry, let me catch up on chat real quick. Oscar can't tell us what type of job he's getting. Have to make a big decision. All right, man. That's super exciting.
Arthur and Stanley probably want their telescope back.
Yeah, I should probably give him the
She's
telescope
really
back.
good at rewriting her own life.
I am a solo Mobius strip. Just when I reach the end, I go back to the beginning. Resign myself to new faces, the privilege to escape, and rewrite another draft. Goddess laughs at plans, then shows me the page left unmarked for years. Out in the ghost desert, the seeds return as saplings to reveal their age and power. Now I go back forward, layered with fear and hope, to watch the children of the sun. Okay.
This one's pretty intense.
Don't believe I would find a soul within or without a church. A miracle was sleep and food and fuck. A day without shit, until it was not. Now we run to celestial spires, oh, visions of the fake prophet engulfed in ego and belief. As the burning cross falls on all your cruel angels, I am the bonfire of vanities, so when the dam breaks, we all flood like glass on a mirage, if I believe. Yeah, I don't dig her poetry, sorry. Take USB key. Wait, what? I'm pressing look and he's literally just looking at it and going, I'll backpack. Alright, take the USB key. I don't know why we're taking this, but we're taking it. Can we insert that into the computer? Use USB key. What is this gonna do?
Whoa. I should have gone through that flash drive weeks ago.
Wait, where did we get this flash drive? I don't recall this. Math homework, movies and stuff, other crap, pictures, drawings, Misty Mice tickets.
Hey, Dad. Lila always knew how to crack me up.
Is that just a USB key that he just had in his backpack? Oh yeah, his hair did go back to normal, you're right. Doesn't have the goofy shit anymore. There's another poem we can read.
Karen must have been so excited to finally hit New York.
He's had it the whole time. Yeah, we've gone through his belongings, his inventory so many times, but I must have just started to ignore it because it seemed like it was there for no reason. Fly by night, not by fright, into the big city bright. Stop. That cliche never dying in the steel of the buildings, the warp of the street. But no matter what or where I spin, the pull of a million dead poets takes me to dance once again. Go. But this time, I get to lead. Until the next flight. Yeah, her poetry doesn't really do it for me. What else we got? Old gift.
Still can't believe she's kept it.
Oh, damn. It was pretty old.
It's nice to play games with Daniel again. Karen likes to join us too.
Does he cheat? Daniel still seems like a cheater to me.
Nice mess. Daniel will never change. Karen taught me some cool off-the-grid shit.
We can climb up on top? I don't know why we'd want to do this, but we can totally do this. Chair. Can we draw from up here? Yep, sit and draw. Yeah, Daniel will never change, meaning he's still a cheater. He's cheated at everything he's done so far. Especially the knife throwing, where he like made it blast out of my hand at a sideways angle.
Pretty good. But
I can add more details if I want.
Okay.
He says that
Just
every
draw.
time.
Don't think about anything else.
Can we still add some sort of fantastical element to the drawing? Yes, we can. Let's draw a biomechanical fantasy. That sounds fun.
Got a good picture of it. I'm ready to draw now.
I can't tell what I drew, but that's something.
Now I can see why Karen likes it out here. It just took a while.
I don't think I would
She
ever
really
get it.
doesn't want to be a part of society.
Living in the desert seems awful to me.
Except just this tiny one.
If I were going to live outside of
She gets
society,
close over, though.
I would want to live in like a cabin
But Daniel's so happy to have her
in
back.
like the mountains. The desert seems awful.
I still don't know how I feel.
Okay, let's go. We don't have time to sit around just staring at shit. There's waffles to be eaten. Oh, fine. Don't even use the ladder. Just jump.
Water management is kind of a big thing around here.
Desert is the world's worst biome? I think I agree. I don't know, maybe... I also think swamp is pretty bad. I definitely wouldn't want to live in a swamp. Swamp and desert are pretty awful, in my opinion.
Dude, we could put red food coloring in the water and turn this into a blood tank.
Oh, yes. Then I could be Zombie fighting vampires. Sucks that we can't get food coloring out here.
Anything that's just like too wet or too dry or too hot or too cold like all of the time seems bad.
Looking at
Stickers?
this place, we could also try to be self-sufficient when we're in Mexico.
Oh, we can pick up the stickers. All right, sure. I don't know why we want these, but why not? Oh, it's a collectible. We found more than one collectible in an episode. I think that's a record. Can we find more than 2? Let's discuss the crops.
Excuse me, water boy. Did you remember to feed the crops?
I never forget. Ask Mom. But no way I can grow stuff like she can. Maybe in Mexico.
Oh yeah, we can grow a lot of stuff there.
Can grow all kinds of things in Mexico.
Karen did help us a lot since she found me and Daniel. Better late than never.
What else can we do? Road sign. No services ahead.
More like
Is that
no
blood?
service anywhere.
You have no idea what's going on right now? We're just looking at everything. So after we rescued Daniel from the cult in the last episode, we came back with Karen, who is the
I should
mom
break
that
the
suddenly
telescope.
showed back up. She showed back up to help us rescue Daniel. Then afterwards... Or are you just making a joke? You're making a joke that you have no idea what's happening even though you've been watching the entire time. I'm not sure if you're being serious or not.
No matter what happened before, Karen did hook us up here. That counts. Pretty smart. You're never gonna run out of sun in the desert.
Thank you for the welcome back. I had Nymeria, I had the Yanari and the lobster hand roll, and they were absolutely delicious. They were amazing. Excuse me. Oof.
I hope the UFOs are listening.
Yeah, so good. I've got my onigiri saved for the next break. Where the hell am I supposed to go to return this this telescope?
This part of town is dead this time of year.
Oh, really? Over
We should
here?
stay around here.
Don't be bad, please. Ow. Had to take a break because it was so filling? Yeah. And you were saying we didn't
This
get
is
that
such
much
a weird
food.
fucking place.
It's super filling, though.
But that's what's cool about it.
Oh, that's a good idea. Straubs does say welcome back every time we come back from the break, so having a welcome back emote would be awesome.
Yeah. Daniel still misses Chris.
Aw, Chris. I miss Chris, too. So Brody should just adopt Chris, and then they should all come live with us in Mexico. That would be the perfect story. You'd love that? We're going to make it happen, then.
Hey, your Captain Spirit drawing was awesome.
Thanks. Wish I could show it to Chris. Do you think he can visit us down in Puerto Lobos?
Yes, he can. Anytime he wants to. Why not?
Yep. Let's make it happen.
Yeah. Instead of snowmen, we can make sandcastles.
What else we got? I've seen some shit. Satellite dish?
We watched
Actually
the
get
French
TV out
cooking
here?
show with them the other day. Stanley is such a tech nerd.
Is this their house? Oh, this is Stanley and Arthur's house. This is where we need to return the telescope to.
Morning, Sean.
Morning, guys.
Oh, they're here. I didn't think you guys were home. Sorry, I would have said hello earlier if I'd known you were here.
Look at that. I thought there was only vultures in the desert.
Life is a journey, better stay home. I agree 1000%.
Arthur and Stanley cannot wait for the 4th of July. Me neither. Wish I could be as cool and as wise as these guys when I get older.
What's up, gentlemen? Give telescope back.
Hey, what's up?
Morning, Sean.
Join us.
Have a seat. Hey, just in time for our special desert brew.
Ooh, yum.
And dust-free.
Thanks. So much.
Sean, it's too early to be so awake.
No kidding. Hey, how was your sleepover in the canyon?
Amazing. We watched the sunrise. Daniel loved it too.
That's my favorite view out here. It's like ancient times, but it never gets old.
Unlike us, darling. That canyon will be here long after we're gone. Hope you looked up.
We did. Thanks for hooking us up.
Anytime. Even my daughter Becky loves to stargaze when she visits us.
That's the only way to get Arthur to camp now. Becky is the real astronomer in the family. Wonder where she got this.
From her mom, probably.
Hope you guys get to meet Becky.
Does she visit a lot?
Does she come visiting often?
Not as much as I'd want. Can't really blame her. But you know, well, some parts of the year, this place is full of friends and family. Christmas, for example.
Why come here?
So, why did you come out here?
Because we got tired of people's bullshit. Things change. But being gay is still dangerous. The end.
Sean, I'm almost 60, and I was a happily married man for 20 years, until I came out. I don't blame my family for being in shock, but I didn't think they'd disown me. My other daughters won't even talk to me anymore.
Damn.
So why stay?
After we got together, we both had serious breakdowns. Then we got the hell out of the Bay Area. For the better.
I hear that. I'm just so fucking tired of running. I hope me and Daniel find our own
Yeah, it's super sad.
way.
You will. People come here to reset their life. Become the person they want to be. Or used to be. You're smart.
Can't imagine having to move to the desert
You'll
because you're
figure out your next
ostracized by
direction.
society for just
Right,
being who you
Graham?
are.
Speak for yourself, Grandpa. My body might be 59, but I'm 25.
Uh-huh. I'll remember that on the next hike.
I'm gonna see what Daniel's up to. Thanks for the desert brew. These two remind me of Claire and Steven. In a weird, hippie version.
Alright, what else we got? Wood bear. Oh, I remember these from the gas station. We could have purchased one, but didn't want to. It didn't seem useful at the time.
You think they picked this up at the gas station?
I hope not. It's too cute.
How does he know what we're talking about?
Looks like Brody, the bear.
I sure wish we had him around now. He was a good guy.
I literally just picked up the walkie-talkie and said, do you think they picked this up at the gas station? How the hell would he even know what I was talking about? How does he know what this is? I didn't say I'm looking at the bear.
Sean, what were you doing at Arthur and Stanley's place?
You're a little too young to be stalking me, dude.
You know what? I saw them.
Maybe he's stalking me and he just saw what I was looking at.
Kinda weird.
It's kind of normal, dude.
You know it's actually normal for people in love to kiss, right?
I know. I just mean, they're really cute together.
I hope somebody cares about me like that when I get old. Hey, artist, come
Been
by
a while
Joanne's
since we
place.
last heard
We're
about
making
Donnie.
wild sculptures.
Do you think he'll be back from
Hold
rehab
up.
someday?
I'll be over in a minute.
I didn't know he ever left.
Don't you dare say it's weird
I
for
had
the
some real
two
pictures.
people in love to kiss each other.
That's what I love about you.
Joanne's been cutting metal pipes this morning.
Too bad there's nobody my age here. Huh. But this is where people come to get old.
Hey, maybe Becky is our age. Maybe Becky plays guitar and has a southern accent and is a hippie and likes to give shitty tattoos. That definitely seems like Sean's type. What does the sign say? Welcome to Away. Leave the past today, you can forever stay. The Founding Sisters.
I bet hippies started this place. I'm starting to see why now.
Just to get away from the bullshit of society. Or at least that's how it feels. Sand drawing?
I wish Daniel wasn't the only kid in town.
Does it mean if I just walk on it? Is there going to be negative repercussions if I walk on his drawing? Oh, it doesn't even really do anything. Damn, this is one resilient drawing. Hello, chair. Can we do another drawing here? Draw the town from a different angle?
This place is such a trip. It's kind of like a desert mirage. You think you can see it, but the closer you get, it changes. I thought the people here would be like freaks, but they're just sick of the bullshit. Now I sound like a local. I guess I'm always gonna be a visitor.
So one thing I've kind of felt like with Life is Strange 2 that wasn't a thing with Life is Strange 1. Because in Life is Strange 1, you're basically staying in the same set of locations for the entire game. But this one is more, you know, you're moving around and every episode takes place in a different location. So it feels like the structure is very samey with every episode, where it starts off where you can just like, they open up an area and you can walk around and you can look at a million different things that are trying to give you some backstory, some exposition on like what this place is, who are the people that are here, why are they here. So you spend like, yeah, you can walk past it all if you want to, but if you really want to like look around at everything, then you're spending the first hour to 2 hours of the episode just walking around, looking at shit, reading shit, talking to people, not really advancing the story, just so that you can get acclimated to this new location that the game has thrown you into. And then once you've gotten past that, then you can start doing something that's going to advance the story to some extent. It was like that in the hippie area. We had to like walk around and look at everything and read everybody's shit in their tents to get acclimated with that area. It was like that with the grandparents, where we were walking around the house and just reading all their shit. It was like that in the house out in the woods, where we were just reading everything in the house. It's like we're spending a lot of time, and I don't mind it happening. If it happens sometimes, like in the first game, where you would go to a new place and yeah, you'd spend some time, like if you go to somebody's dorm room, you spend some time reading all their shit, right? To like figure out what the backstory is of the character. Maybe if you read through their backstory, you'll unlock some kind of dialogue option later on because you know more about them and you can say something that's more meaningful to them. But it just kind of feels like it's like what A City Rages, what you were talking about earlier with the time jumps between episodes. It's like they have to do this where they just throw you into like a sandboxy area where you can just look at everything in order to get you acclimated, because they've skipped time between every episode and you have to like figure out what's happening in the new place that you've gone to. So this feels, I feel like I've done this. This is the 5th time I've done this, where I've just started up the episode, and then for the first 2 hours of playing, I'm just walking around reading shit and just getting reacclimated to where I am and what's going on. The only exception, I think, was the first episode where shit kicked off with a bang. But after that, it's been kind of slow going to start each of the episodes. So I wish there was a little bit more variation, I guess is what I'm trying to say with this. I wish there was more variation in how the episodes go. Like, if they wanted to do the time jump, cool, but maybe like start this episode with like where the last one ended, like show a little bit of shit going on with like Karen and Sean and Daniel driving to this commune and having discussions and stuff like that. And then, you know, make something happen so that there's actually some story progression for the first 30 minutes, 45 minutes of the episode, and then do your time jump, and then we can explore. It just feels very much like I'm doing the same thing every episode. Movie theater? Oh, it's a projector screen. I was very confused for a moment.
Dude, remember when you totally fell asleep during that Bollywood flick?
Because it was so lame after those cool cartoons.
Whatever. You missed Priya and Stanley teaching me how to dance.
No, I didn't. You can't dance, dude.
Karen and Joanne spend evenings playing and chatting. Kinda like me and Lila. Back in the day.
It's very interesting looking sculptures. Good giant
I
bird.
love the energy out here. With everyone building stuff as they please.
Pretty impressive, actually, to work on something that large. This one's interesting, too. I don't know what this is supposed to represent, but I think I like it.
We helped Joanne set up this giant vacuum with binoculars, as David calls it.
I like this metalworking sculpture art better than Karen's poems.
This place is the ultimate playground for Daniel.
Seems like a good place to get tetanus.
This place is the ultimate playground for Daniel.
Well, I guess I looked at that. I meant to look at the speaker.
Joanne can throw a total rager out here. But without asshole neighbors.
Newspapers?
Joanne says she needs all this junk to grow inspiration from. There's power cuts all the time here. But no one's really bothered by it. I love how they recycle everything into art, construction, or agriculture here. Joanne picks up all kinds of scraps from the desert. She even found a boat once.
You found a boat in the desert? Huh? Color me slightly confused.
Guess people came here with these and never left.
Getting some junkyard vibes from the first Life is Strange. It's like, is Rachel Amber buried out here too? Can we climb on top of her RV or whatever this is? Caravan? Jones RV.
Glad to see that artists are allowed to make a mess.
Assuming we can't go inside. Nope, we cannot. Could we go up here?
What's up, Joanne?
Never mind, cutscene.
Yourself.
Man, check this out.
Okay, Daniel, let's take a little break.
Got it.
That child is something special.
Yeah. I hear this one a lot. Don't worry.
Yeah, I bet. But you have your own talent, Sean. I'm dead serious.
Just doodles.
I don't know. It's just doodles and shit. No big deal.
I thought my sculptures were shit, too, compared to all the dope stuff that was being done. But every artist is fucking unique, Sean. We all got something to bring to the world.
Some of what we bring is shittier than others. Have you always been an artist?
Did you always want to be an artist?
Good grief, no. I tried very hard not to be one. Till I realized it was useless. Listen, if you want to be an artist, you will be. It's not always easy, but in the end, it's pretty fucking cool. Speaking of, do you mind giving me a hand here?
Oh, I don't know if I can.
Yes, you can.
What do you mean you
I
don't
just
know
need
if you
your
can?
input. Okay?
Yeah, just help, dude.
Okay. Sure. Why not?
Ah, there you go. Now, go stand over there. Daniel, you ready to start again?
Oh, yes. Hold on.
Wait, what did I just agree to? I thought I was helping her with the sculpture.
So, for my next trick, I'd love to see if you can connect these three pieces. I've made a model of what I have in mind here, but go ahead and be the artist. And we don't need a crane to lift this stuff.
Oh, we are helping. I guess we're giving
Daniel,
directions or
smash these
something?
Together like block toys.
Hell yeah. Let's do this.
Hell yeah. Metal head. Metal arm. Metal belly. I'm assuming it... Wait, she had... Where was the miniature? Yeah, okay. I mean, that seems pretty obvious. It's the block and then the body and then the arm and then the head.
Maybe that's supposed to represent the Earth.
Ready, Sean?
Or,
Ah.
okay, Daniel.
Or maybe it's just supposed to represent a body.
Slam dunk the Earth ball onto the base.
Watch this layup.
Does it have blades inside? That'd be pretty sweet if it did.
Oh, you should totally do like the model, but with the spider on top.
The spider? No, we're not doing it that way. That's dumb. Alright, add the arms.
Now, let's throw on that spider.
You got it.
Be careful, Daniel. Don't want you to get hurt.
Watch out for the blades. It looks like it does have blades. On the end of the arms, it has like talon blades or something. Alright, add the head.
Now, let's
This is
move
the
Mr. Penguin's
closest
head
that we've
onto
come
the
in Life is Strange 2 to feeling like we actually have a power. I'm actually giving input and Daniel is doing what I tell him to do. This is the closest that we've been to A, the game functioning the way that we wanted it to, which is we tell Daniel what to do and he actually does it, and B, we actually are the ones with the power. Looks sort of similar to an enemy from OG Final Fantasy VII. I could definitely see that. There's probably several enemies that you could liken this to. The one in the Shinra building? Like the rollerball one? The one with like the spikes?
Don't think too much, Sean.
Trying to
First thought,
remember.
Best thought.
I think it's done, right? This looks like what she... Yeah, I think that's the first one that I was thinking too. It does look like that. That looks like her mock-up. I think we got it pretty good. The Moth Slasher, I think. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yep. All right, it's finished.
I feel like we're almost done.
What do you mean almost?
I think this is it. Looks good to me.
Only if the muse approves.
Not what I had in mind, but it's still cool.
You did a great job, Enano.
Well, Sean, Daniel, I think art might be in your family DNA. There's no escape. I think we're done for the day. Thank you so much for your help.
Okay.
That was fun. Joanne is so chill about her art. That's what makes her talented.
I bet you would like Minecraft. It's kind of like this.
Yeah, I've read about it. It's a video game, right?
Yeah, he wanted the
And you can build whatever you want.
he wanted the arms to be above the head,
You have to
essentially.
show me then.
That's what he had in mind. I just
Glorious
ignored him because he's
Patriot.
stupid.
Shrouded in dust.
What are you talking about?
You okay, Joanne?
Yeah, as fine as frogs here, sweetie. I like to take a good look at a piece after I'm done working on it.
That's cool, Joanne
It
trusted me to
helps
help build
me
her sculpture.
Connect with it.
Yeah, what do kids know? Not a damn
Well,
thing.
Thanks for letting me be a part of it.
Oh, thank you, Sean. See you
It's-
around, hon.
Literally her sculpture that she spent all this time putting the parts together for. Why would I do what Daniel wants and just put it together wrong? What am I doing now? Wait for Karen to come back. Alright, let's go. Anything else we can look at over here? Metal sheet, we already looked at that. Alright, well I guess we're going back to Karen's RV. You just stomp on his drawing a little bit more, because it's stupid. And you should feel bad about having made that. Try to use my feet to cover this up. Not doing a very good job, but I'm trying. Trying to show you what I think of your artwork, Daniel. It's garbage. And you should feel bad. It's derivative. Derivative garbage. Alright, let's go back to the RV. Recycling box. I don't think I looked at this yet.
You don't shit where you sleep, kid. Okay, David. Thanks for the explanation. All her life possessions are in here. And she seems happy with that.
Alright, I'm eating the pancakes.
One thing Claire and Karen...
I couldn't find the waffles, so we're eating the pancakes.
Their love for pancakes.
Birthday candles?
Daniel's Big Ten late birthday party made him feel so happy.
I missed that before. Alright, I think we looked at everything. Is it just like a matter of time until she comes home?
Superwolf to El Diaz Blow Loco.
Such a stupid name. El Diaz Blow Loco.
Will you accept this quest to find my secret treasure?
It's so cool that people want to give a second life to their stuff. 10-4. Okay, you're on it, Nano. If I can find you in a forest, I can find anything.
Yes. Thanks, Sean.
Listen carefully. You must find the 2 items that will reveal where the treasure is.
Okay.
Deal.
So for the first item is near the place with many wings that cannot fly.
With many wings that cannot fly.
That's it.
That's your clue?
You can do it, big brother.
Is it this?
I hope. And don't bother checking Mom's trailer.
It's outside.
Sean just inserts headphones. I don't want to be. I don't have any part of this. All right, I found your hidden clue. That was stupid. I don't know why I agreed to this. It was really obvious. They drew a map.
Ahoy, matey. I found a map of a way.
Yeah. Don't lose it because you'll need it to match up with the other part.
Got it.
Now, for the second item, you'll need to find something that eats the sun.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Something that eats the sun. What does that even mean? What eats the sun? Why can it never be so simple? I thought it was pretty
Way
simple.
out there, dude.
I mean, I'm looking around for a minute, man. Just calm down.
You're in the middle zone. Get
The
in
middle
warm.
zone? Alright, getting closer.
Warm. Getting closer.
Something that eats the sun.
You're in the middle zone. Not too far.
Wait, plants? Plants eat the sun? Is it over here in the crops? Is it something to do with plants?
Karen practices what she preaches. She barters with her food.
You know what it is?
Not
So don't
really.
tell me. Gotta figure it out.
You're way out there, dude.
Is it a cactus? Do cacti eat the sun? I think they do photosynthesis, right?
Now you're totally frozen.
You just said I was in the middle ground a minute ago.
Dude, you're a snowman.
Dude, you're so full of shit. You just said this was the middle ground a minute ago.
Way cold. Getting warm?
Okay.
You're in the middle zone. Now you're totally frozen.
Holy shit, man. What eats the
You're a
sun?
snowman.
Give me another freaking clue. Your clue is garbage.
Yo, can you give me that last hint?
Are you serious? The second item is where the sun meets the earth.
Where the sun meets the earth? Like the horizon? Yeah, pick up Daniel and shake him until he tells me where it is.
You're way out there, dude. Way cold.
Okay, so whatever it is, it's back over this way.
Getting warm. Warm. Getting closer. Warm. You're in the middle zone. Dude, you're a snowman.
You just said I was warm over here a second ago.
Now you're totally frozen.
Oh my god, you're terrible at telling me if I'm getting warmer.
Way cold. Nope. As cold as ever.
These guys are like social directors here. I still love to party.
Now you're totally frozen.
Will you shut up? Okay. Okay.
Not too far. You're warming up.
It's the fucking solar panels. Yeah, okay. Okay. That's what eats the sun, is the fucking solar panels. The plants made more sense to me because they actually eat the sun. Like, they absorb the sunlight. Yeah, frozen 2 seconds later in the middle zone. His guidance is garbage. I think that's partially what made it so difficult for me, as I'd literally take a step and it would be from you're getting warm to you're frozen. But yeah, the plants would have made more sense to me because they actually like absorb the sunlight and turn it into energy through photosynthesis. So eating the sun or eating sunlight, which technically is the same thing as what the solar panels are doing, but they're not actually eating it, they're absorbing it. So your clues were shit, kid. Sorry. What am I looking at here? That's Karen's RV. Okay, it's over in the... Oh, it's over in the junkyard.
Found it. Nice. And it's a tracing paper sheet with a red cross.
Yeah. Now just match up the other paper. And the treasure is yours, Captain Diaz.
Ahoy, matey. I think I have the whole treasure map.
Aye, Captain. Now you just gotta dig your way to the treasure. Hope you know where to go.
Yeah, it's over here
That's a
somewhere.
cool-ass map you drew, dude.
Thanks. Chris told me everything about treasure hunting.
I found your stupid treasure.
Ooh. Looks like something's buried here.
Is it a key? No.
Yes. I think I have found the hidden treasure.
Yeah, I knew you could do it. I found this under an old trailer. Looks like gold, right?
I'm not a prospector, but it looks like the real deal.
Sure! You know what time it is. Victory dance time! Come on, dance! Yeah!
You asked for it.
Alright, a city rages. I'm on board with you. I have no idea what's going on anymore. Hey, we got a third collectible!
I think you're spotting Mom's truck coming back.
I don't need to check the treasure map. I already found the treasure. Holy shit. We found 3 out of 6 collectibles. It's incredible.
Yes, 100% her.
Gotcha. We'll help her out with the groceries.
This is so happy and wholesome. Shit is about to hit the fan. Yeah, probably. We'll see how it goes. We're getting close to that mark where it's like we've gone through all of the introductory stuff and now we can start to progress the story a little bit. Aaron, where are you? I can hear your vehicle, but I can't see a Beaver Creek sign. What?
Hey, do you miss Beaver Creek?
Oh, there she is.
I miss having a house. But the town was kind of dead. But I really miss Chris. And Grandma and Grandpa. I'm just glad we still have family out there.
Okay, I hear you.
Hey, good morning.
Howdy, Sean.
Hey, what's up? How was
What?
the town?
Wait, what? Excuse me? Is that David?
Hate these trips. People look at us as if we're aliens. Here come the sand people.
No
Servants
way.
have returned with offerings from Das Kapital.
Jolie.
Is that fucking David from Life is Strange 1? Captain, yes sir, pop, 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 I'm dead because I kicked a table for no reason? Is he here?
I miss.
And he's a
you.
fucking
Next
hippie?
time,
Look at his little
coming
fucking hair.
We'll see.
His little
Looking
ponytail.
Good. What's your secret?
Defying death on a daily basis. And hydrating.
Oh, right.
It looks like him.
Hey, thanks, Angel.
Here,
Ah, you're the man, Karen. Catch you later.
take care. Hey, so how did you guys like your night in the canyon?
It was amazing.
It was amazing. So many stars.
Yeah, I think this is
So
after.
quiet. Good call, Karen.
I knew you'd like it. Stargazer. Glad you got to see that.
Hi, Mom. How was the town?
Town life always sucks. But we got something for you.
That's him.
Fast.
Whoa, yeah.
That's fucking him.
Thanks, David.
You want to play catch, Danny boy?
Totally. Me and Dad always used to play, but I'm way better now.
Like, look at the face. Just imagine him without a
No
beard.
matter what he's been through, he just wants to be a kid and play.
Yep. Daniel hasn't been like this in forever. You've
Wait,
always
is
been a
it?
good influence on him.
Am I imagining
Time
things?
You boys went camping. Hope
It
Daniel
looks like
didn't
him.
Get scared by all the critters.
Yeah, not anymore. He's seen
If
a
that's
lot
not him, he
worse.
really looks like it. Like, the character model really looks
He
like
can
it.
defend himself.
You're right. And he does like to show off. Maybe too much. You boys have been here over a month, and I still can't get over Daniel's skills.
You're scared?
Does that kind of scare you?
Me? Goddamn right it does. Never met someone with a superpower before.
I try and be a good influence, but our bond is complicated. We're brothers. I don't know if I did right. Guess you never really know.
Did Chloe die and then he just
Raising
ditched
a
her
kid
mom?
is the
I mean,
toughest job
maybe.
in the world.
I can imagine something like that happening would be
Combat
really
would be
tough
easier.
on the mom, so maybe they just broke up. You're married? Let's ask. Let's find out about his backstory. You're married?
Oh, you didn't tell me you were married.
Used to be. We're divorced now. Her daughter's death. left
Yep,
her
it's
heartbroken.
him. It's fucking
For
him.
me, we just couldn't put our pieces back together after what happened.
I'm sorry, David.
And the worst thing is, I never had the chance to do the right thing for my stepdaughter. Before she died, we were like oil and water.
That's
She was
totally
always
David.
starting shit,
Guess that's hard for a kid to get a new father.
especially one like me.
I didn't see
I
that
just
coming at
had
all.
No clue how to deal
They
with
brought
her.
the best character
Wish
back.
I did.
I think they got through the first 4 episodes and some executive was like, you know what? I've read the scripts, I've seen the game, the story's just not working. We need something to absolutely like just bring this to bring this full circle for the fans. So it's something that they're really gonna like be able to sink their teeth into. Who can we bring back from the first game that will make the fans so happy that they're just gonna be like they're gonna look past all the flaws of this game of Life is Strange 2 and they're just gonna love it. Yeah, exactly. Fan service. So like what character can we bring back? And somebody was like, I know. It's David. We have to bring back David. Everyone loved David. David was the best character. And they said, yes, we are bringing David back. And here he is. And guess what? All the shit that I've complained about up until this point in the game, I don't even care anymore because David is here. David is here and life is good.
Anyway, you can't go back.
Nope. Thanks for talking, David.
Better start my delivery now. Found some weird snacks in town. Arthur's gonna freak.
You didn't recognize him until he started talking about his past? I feel like as soon as I saw him, I was like, holy shit, that's David. If you just imagine him without the
Okay.
beard, that's totally him.
I'm out. Oh my God, I'm gonna melt.
That was awesome, Mom.
Now I know why they don't play baseball in the desert.
You throw.
Yeah,
way
you're very
better
right.
shot.
David went from being hated throughout the game to being likable at the
We're
end.
not done out here yet.
You're not wrong. He became
There's food inside
at
before
least
it melts.
understandable, if
No
not
problem.
likable. He made a joke thinking it was going to be David's, but it wasn't really expecting it to be him. That's funny. He was I appreciated him more as a character.
You're way too easy, bro.
Whatever. Can't help it if I like Taryn.
Just be you. And
Yeah,
you know,
still mostly hated
just
him,
saying.
exactly, but it seems like he has a
Get
little
too
bit
cozy here.
even more
She's,
character development now. He's learned from his
Rest up.
mistakes.
I know.
Hopefully he's a better person and he's found himself out here in the middle of nowhere. Shopping list?
It's smart that everybody takes turns shopping.
1 pound of coffee beans, no decaf trail mix. Mousetrap watermelon. Choco crisps. Baking soda. Foot powder. Shea butter, turmeric, ibuprofen, condoms, USB cord, dry cat food, sunscreen, measuring tape, AC filters, roasted nuts. What are we doing? Are we just bringing them inside and setting them down and that's it? It's okay, we're not going to put anything away. Done with the groceries, we put them on the counter, that's where they go, right? Just leave them on the counter in the bag and then just take out what you want when you want it.
I have to admit, I do.
Divorcing Joyce seems like a bit of an asshole move. I can imagine I can imagine that
Been here
the
over a
death
month
of
now.
Chloe was so hard on Joyce that it just like after losing her first husband and losing her daughter, it probably I feel really bad for Joyce now. I didn't really like thought about it all that much, but it probably broke her to the point where she just couldn't go on with that sort of thing anymore. So I don't know what's happened to her, but I can imagine that being really fucking hard on somebody. So maybe it was mutual. Maybe they both decided that a divorce was in their best interest and that's just what they should do. She needed some sort of support? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe she just wanted to do her own thing. Who knows? Of course, David could be lying. He could be totally just making shit up and being like, yeah, we decided it was in both of our best interests just to move on. And she definitely needed his support and he just gave up on it. Yeah, maybe she started the divorce. We don't know. We don't know. All we know is what David tells us. Everybody's cool.
Everybody's very cool and way different. Can't even believe nobody's freaking out about Daniel's power.
Well, Sean, it's still hard for me to wrap my head around it. But people here are not going to get in your space. They have their own past, too. That's why people come here from all over the country. For their own reasons. Not perfect, but it works.
So peaceful.
It is so peaceful out here. Guess that's what everybody's really looking for. Peace.
You're probably right. Yes, I still feel like we're really privileged out here. There's bad shit going on in this desert.
Yeah. I don't think you can ever really get away from everything.
You can't escape reality. Even here. We just live slightly apart from it.
Wait, what bad shit is going on in the desert? I kind of want to know about that. Can we talk about that? What's going on out here? How'd you find this place?
So, how did you end up here? This place is not on the map.
Like most of us, I was first brought here by someone, Maggie. After I failed to make it in New York, I was lucky enough to meet her down in Florida. She's had a tough life. This place was her getaway. She's long gone now, but her name is still written all over this place.
Well, thanks for bringing us here.
Oh, Sean. I'm glad I was able to help you. By the way, can you grab your brother so we can all talk?
Are you okay?
Is everything okay?
Yeah, I just thought we could spend this day together. Just the three of us.
I think you're lying to me, but okay.
Big brother to Superwolf? We need you at Karen's trailer. Copy?
Sure. I mean, 10-4.
Hola.
Hola, compadre. How about a trek around the canyon today? You in?
Totally.
Let's pack then.
What are we doing? There's some bad things going on in this desert. You guys want to walk around in the desert and see what kind of trouble we can get into? Yeah, let's do it. Sounds like a great time. Can you tell me what the bad things are? You think she has cancer or something? I mean, that could be. I thought the other lady had cancer. But maybe she was just wearing her hair up in like a do-rag. I thought the sculpture lady had cancer. But maybe I misunderstood.
We should have camped near that little creek. It
Just
was so
cancer is going to tell you.
Nah.
That would be very on brand for these games because they give all the parents cancer or kill them somehow in car accidents or something. So
I'm beat.
that would make sense.
Sorry. Just got one last thing to show you guys.
I can't get enough of this place.
Come on, Daniel. Give me your hand.
Slow down, Mom. You walk too fast.
More walk, less talk. Then you'll pass me up. Guys, check this out. Now this is nature's art.
It's so
Oh yeah, that
big
is nice.
and pretty.
And so quiet. Except for the birds of prey. Shh. Listen.
Serious?
If we're lucky. Yeah. Uh-oh. I hear a wolf. Better be careful of hunters.
Yeah, I was about to say that too. I was like, this looks exactly like where we went camping. We're just coming from the other direction. Like, this is where we stopped over here and got him to use his power to bring the shiny object over here.
Good thing Joanne likes to come with me.
Like, we totally been here before.
I bet she would be fun to go hiking with.
Well, not when I go too fast. She's all about the journey. We usually find a good pace.
Like, did they not expect the player to recognize that they were using the same location?
They stop to look at stuff. You're way more like me. Fast.
Yeah, I am like you, Daniel. So let's hurry up.
Like, is our campfire still here? Can you see it? Or is it gone? You can't tell if it's still on the ground or not. It looks like it might still be there.
Get away from... away.
We were just here this morning.
I bet.
It's the best spot.
Let's sit down. So, hey, I do appreciate that you guys stuck around this long.
Oh, she wants us to leave. Let's not be rude. You helped us a lot.
You actually helped us. You gave us a place to recharge and lay low.
No kidding. I was so beat down after Haven Point.
I know. This is the best place to take some time for yourself. You don't get that chance very often in life. Just know I love both of you so much, and I'm proud of who you are.
But I need you to leave. You're crimping my style. I don't think she's gonna want to come with us. So I'm not even gonna say that.
Karen,
Oh, that flash.
Be
Is that
honest.
lightning?
do you think we'll make it to Mexico?
You made it this far. Going through hell. I hope so, Sean. You both deserve it. But I have to be upfront with both of you. What happened
About
at
what?
one point is catching up on us.
Huh? What do you mean?
When we were in town, we saw some stories in the papers.
Uh-oh.
The feds are definitely tracking us down in the region,
Shit.
Uh-oh.
and they'll find us.
Now it's time to go.
Well, figures. This couldn't last forever.
Of course not, or else it wouldn't be much of an episode.
This is it?
See,
This is literally how every episode has
we'll
gone.
leave tomorrow.
We go somewhere and then we have to leave. We go somewhere, we have relative peace for a while, then we have to leave.
Can you hand me that bag, Sean? That's why I brought you back here. I made these for the 4th of July, but this is better.
Oh, I love those things.
What are they?
Whoa, awesome.
Cool.
Oh, they're paper lanterns.
Let's light up the sky.
That is cool. Is this technically littering? Like, what happens to these things when they burn out? Do they just fall on the ground and then... Oh. Kid, just let them float. Stop messing with them. You don't have to mess with everything. That's cool, man. You gotta take the dog out when you gotta take the dog out. You just missed Karen bringing us back to exactly where we started the episode. She brought us right back to where we were initially camping and told us that the feds are tracking us down because of all the shit that we caused in at the religious cult, so now we have to leave. Just like every other episode of Life is Strange 2 that we played so far, we had peace for about 20 minutes, and then now we have to leave and go someplace else. Yep, back to the cliff. We have a second chance to throw Daniel off and still not taking it. Can we bring David with us to Mexico? That'd be pretty cool. He could be our new father figure. I would like to see David try to learn to speak Spanish. All right, we're all packed up and ready to go. I guess she's going to drive us to the border and then just let us hop the wall or something.
Are you guys all set up to leave?
No. Such we have to leave again.
I don't know exactly how this is going to work. I'm assuming we can't just drive through a border patrol
kinda
checkpoint
scared.
since they're looking for us. So we're going to have to figure out a way over the wall. What will you do now?
What are you gonna do now? Take off and hide?
Not this time. I can't just run from this forever. So I'll do what I have to help you. It won't be easy crossing that border. So I'm gonna give you a head start on the police.
Wait, how?
What's your plan?
The cops are after me too, for what happened in Nevada. So they can catch me instead of you. Fair trade.
Mom, He'll go to jail for helping us.
It's not about me right now. We need to get your asses to Puerto Lobos.
You really don't have to.
You don't have
But I
to
know
do
she's going
this,
to
Claire.
anyway.
I let you guys down before. Not this time. I knew what I was doing when I came to Haven Point looking for your brother. I felt it was the right thing to do. And I feel the same today.
I feel like even her getting
I
caught
tried
by
to
the
live
cops
by
right
my
now
own
isn't going to
rules.
be that bad.
No matter what.
We really didn't even do that much other than like start a fire. They
I
could
don't
they could pin the
expect you
arson
boys
on
to
us,
be
but
like
like nobody died.
Try to
I don't
stay
think
true to
anyway.
yourselves. This is your life. Don't let anybody get in the way.
I feel like the prison sentence for arson wouldn't be that long. We'll do whatever it takes. Harboring
Fuck
fugitives,
the
that's a good point too, but I mean, still,
We'll do whatever we can to survive.
I don't know.
That's fair.
Yes,
Maybe
it
that's why
is.
she's giving herself up, because it wouldn't even really
You
be
took care of
that
Daniel
bad in
all
the
the way from
the.
Seattle to Arizona.
All right,
No,
Miss,
but
I watch
that's
all
what
the
my
crime podcasts and episodes of
Our
Dateline NBC.
Okay.
Just cooking up all the
This
charges.
is the last roundup.
Wait.
Maybe it's worse
you
than I
stay
thought it
out
was.
of dinner.
All right. I'm gonna go do one last checkup on the truck before you hit it. And don't forget what we talked about. It's your life, Sean. You should go see David. He has something for you.
Oh, yes. Let's go see David. Bagga hagga gagga. Oh, let's see. Is there something about us in the newspaper?
Look at that. They won't ever leave us alone.
Police seek family after Nevada fire. FBI and Nevada police are searching for a woman and her 2 teenage sons after a suspicious fire destroyed a church in Haven Point, Nevada. Welcome back. So I guess they said a woman and her 2 teenage sons. I guess they haven't figured out that that Sean and Daniel are the same kids that were wanted in Seattle, right? They just assume that, or they just don't know their identities. They just have photos of them, I suppose. Although the church lady Elizabeth, she would have been able to tell them at least what their names were if she really wanted to. Maybe she's keeping it secret. All right, let's write to Karen. Let's write her a little goodbye poem. Hey, Karen.
Hey, Karen. I'm better with drawing than writing, but still. Here it goes.
Here goes nothing. We're so different.
We're both so different. And I get now that it's okay. It is what it is.
Don't give up on your freedom.
You wanted freedom more than a family. So never give up on that freedom. Just lay low for a while. We'll try to reach you once we find our own freedom. Until then, take care. Sean.
Hey, Karen, I'm better with drawing than writing, but still, here goes. We're both so different, and I get now that it's okay. It is what it is. You wanted freedom more than a family, so never give up on that freedom. Just lay low for a while. We'll try to reach you once we find our own freedom. Until then, take care. Sean. That's a pretty good note. We'll leave it as is. That's fine. I don't have any problems with that. Is there anything different?
Brody's so good at describing painful situations.
No,
We
this
miss
is
you
all
too,
the same.
Lila. Always.
Okay, let's go. Is there anything else in here we can look at? Anything worth looking at? Old gift, we already saw that outside. Oh, we can tidy up a little bit. Oh, we found a box.
Is that the same person who rode her back in Beaver Creek?
Hi, Rumi. Yes, I know New York in August is hot as balls. You did say you like the heat, but my apartment under the roof can be really suffocating. Don't want to rub it in, but Aspen is my new summer home. Daily temp around 70 Fahrenheit and hot tub at night. Anthony's cabin is more like a ski lodge. Next trip, maybe you can tag along. Poets Retreat. Best cure for your writer's block. And please let me know when you can pay me back for August rent. I definitely need it for next month. And up here in Aspen. I'll see you on September 5th instead of the 4th, so put your clothes on. Stay out of trouble and remember to water my babies this time. Love ya, Emma.
She was that close. Sucks she had to pay all that money back.
Dear Mrs. Reynolds, pursuant to our conversation on June 10th and your inability to submit your poetry manuscript the other way to Ravensbury Press by the contracted deadline of June 1st, 2010, despite repeated efforts to accommodate you, we regret to inform you that this breach of contract means we shall no longer be publishing the collection as part of our New Poets series. As stated in Section 6 of our contract, see attached copy, if the author fails to deliver the manuscript by the agreed date, the publisher has the right to recover the full amount of $10,000 advance. We have included with this letter a repayment form and schedule. As stated in Section 23 of our contract, see attached copy, the rights for your manuscript shall revert back to the author upon full repayment of the advance. If you have any further questions, please refer them to our legal team. We wish you the best of luck with your future endeavors. Sincerely, Alistair Moon. Damn, that sucks. I think that's all we can do here. Let's go talk to David. Our buddy David.
Okay, dude. Don't forget about David.
Hell yeah, we're not going to forget about David. Are you kidding me? I want to hear about everything that happened from David's point of view. Tell us about that time that a 16-year-old girl commanded you. Wait, did any of that even happen? No, that didn't happen. He wouldn't even know about that because all that happened in like the timeline that got collapsed whenever Max let Chloe die. So never mind. He wouldn't even be able to tell us about it even if he wanted to.
Sean.
Hey. Aaron said you wanted to see me?
Yeah, but go grab that police scanner inside first. I gotta put these new plates on the car.
Sure. Come on.
God, he has totally changed. He is not at all the same person. Holy shit, dude.
Must be his ex-wife.
There we go. That's them.
He's changed so much since this.
No joke, he's changed. Oh, he's writing a letter. Let's snoop.
I feel you, David.
Ah, he's trying to write a letter to Joyce. Dear Joyce, great to get your postcard. You sure get around now. David, come on. Let's work on it. That's not great. It's not a great thing to write in a letter to somebody. Hope you're seeing the world like you wanted. I know our lives are so different now, but I hope we can. Everything is so different. I want to read it'll tell you the scratch out stuff. My Joyce, dear Joyce, great to get your postcard. You sure get around now. Wish I was with you like on our honeymoon. Hope you're seeing the world and something like you wanted. I want to see. I know our lives are so different now, but I like to think, but I hope we can go somewhere. Everything is so different now, and I hope one day we can just have a beer and shoot the shit like before. Miss you. Aw, that's sad. It's interesting seeing the difference because for me, Joyce and Arcadia Bay died. Unfortunately, I have to go for a bit. I'll be back later. Okay, cool. We'll catch you later. Oh, that's true. Joyce would have died for you since Arcadia Bay was destroyed and Chloe didn't die. Crazy.
Yeah, me and David won't be sharing any playlist.
Wait, what is this?
Yeah, me and David won't be sharing any playlist.
Banjo. Victoria sends him a letter. Interesting. Thanking him for saving her from the basement. What?
It would
Did
be
that
weird to
happen?
be back on the road with Daniel. After all this time in a community.
Did that happen in the actual timeline? Oh, because the timeline didn't collapse for you. She doesn't die, so the timeline doesn't collapse. He knows about all that stuff. Oh. Yeah, I remember. It's just that technically our stories are different because in mine, when Chloe dies, the whole timeline that happens during the first game collapses and disappears. And so none of that is remembered. He wouldn't know any of that. But since Chloe didn't die in yours, that timeline doesn't collapse. So everything that happened during that first game leading up to the very end, he would remember all of that. He'd remember everything that happened with them getting kidnapped and all that stuff. That's crazy. I want to go back and watch your episode 5 so that I can see how all this plays out. That's crazy. I didn't even think about that.
That's right. I never saw David even drink a beer.
Proud of you, brother. Up and away, Steve. Was this the picture that he gave to Chloe when he wanted to be closer to her or something? Gotta eat? All right, enjoy your dinner. I assume it's dinner. Enjoy your food, whatever meal it is.
Weird. I didn't know David was so punk rock.
He certainly wasn't before. Oh, there's a box up there and a car plate and tin cans. Does he have beans?
Yep. David is
No,
ready
he's
for
got
that
ravioli.
apocalypse. Or whatever.
Everybody eats ravioli in this game.
Didn't think he'd be the type of guy to get custom plates.
TRDTCTV. I wonder what that stands for. Turd. I don't know. Turd TCTV. The first 3 letters are
Arthur
definitely
said
turd.
David could
Couldn't
fix
be anything else.
He hopes. What's David doing with that?
Ooh, Nathan Prescott.
Creepy dude.
Fuck Nathan Prescott. Man, I'm still overall not super fond of the way the writing went in this game, but bringing David back and tying in some of the effects of the first game and the way the first game ended into this game was a cool touch. I am enjoying that.
Wonder where David got this police scanner.
Probably got it from his time as a rent-a-cop for a high school.
Work?
Toggle power. Toggle power.
Okay.
Toggle power.
Only gotta search between 140 and
Toggle
160.
power. Toggle power. Toggle power. Between 140 and 160. What am I searching for?
Hope you're having a lovely morning on String.
Nope. Definitely not.
What are you talking about, dude?
Good times.
140.85. Meryl! We gotta call Meryl. She's not here. Or 141.8. Let's try that one. Which one is Meryl? I think 140.85 is Meryl, right? Is 141.8 the save frequency? She's 140.15? Oh. Yep. No Meryl here. The number's on the back of the CD case. The anti-piracy things from back in the day. You had to have the CD case or else you couldn't continue.
we won't have to deal with this shit anymore.
Well, we found some music. It's from Metal Gear, Metal Gear Solid, the first Metal Gear Solid game. There's it breaks the fourth wall. There's a character that you talk to, and you have to call her on your codec, which is like a little radio thing that's like implanted into your head or your ear. And she literally says, when you're supposed to figure out the frequency to call her on, she says, look at it's on the back of the CD case. So it breaks the fourth wall and literally tells you that you have to look at the CD case that the game came in order to figure out what her frequency was. So it was like an anti-piracy thing. If you had the game and you didn't have the CD case, you wouldn't be able to figure out what the frequency was to call Meryl. So you couldn't progress in the game until you were able to figure out what the frequency was. It had lots of little like fourth wall breaking things like that. Yeah, it was really nifty.
Nah, nothing there.
All right. What else we got?
Don't think so.
Yeah, nothing cool like that anymore. Although Death Stranding, it had a fair amount of like fourth wall breaking stuff. I think Kojima's still into that kind of stuff. I just wonder if Konami made him rein it in. But Death Stranding, I feel like, from what I've seen, has a fair amount of like fourth wall breaking little touches.
Listening. We've got reports of a 10
Wait, is this it?
Sam's?
Now we can spy on the cops all the way to Mexico. Thanks, David. You big rebel.
David the Rebel. Never thought that's something we would be calling that character.
Your mom's car is all ready to roll. Did you get the police scanner?
Yep. And I found the police frequency.
How about that? Good job. Now, you'll always want to know what they're up to. No surprises on your way to the border. All right. This is the fastest route. When you get there, cross between these two stations. Now, you have to exit the main road and drive through the desert for a while. But Karen's car should be okay. You got all that?
Sure. Think so.
Sean, you have to know. The police are on your ass. You only get
The police
one
are
chance here.
on your ass.
I'm not trying to be a dick. Just honest.
I know, David. Thanks.
Here. Have a seat. Don't mean to order you around.
He's so nice now.
Habits die hard. And yes, I was suspicious when Karen showed up with you two. But after watching you and your little brother for a while, I think I get what you're going through. Your experience forms you as a person. And I imagine all the shit you've seen and how it's changed you.
Pretty much.
Not comparing myself, but I had to go through my own hell. In war and at home. I didn't know how to deal with emotions or
No joke.
other people.
You really didn't know.
Are you talking about your stepdaughter?
Yeah. Some rich fucking kid shot her at school, where I was supposed to protect her.
Oh, man.
Hated each other on sight. But once I lost her, everything became clear. How selfish and stupid I'd been. I should have listened to Chloe, instead of being a bully. All of my fuck-ups.
Hey, figured it out.
Now. But I'm not gonna fuck this up.
Way to go, David.
I'm gonna do everything I can to help you get out of here. That's my duty now. But I want to be straight up with you, okay?
Yeah, of course.
I know you guys got screwed. That you think nobody will ever believe you. But the truth is on your side. You and Daniel can't just hide out forever. Is that how you see yourself in 10 years? If you step up and face the law, you can be free. Sooner than later.
How the hell are we going to explain it? Like, I understand what you're saying, that you can't just run from this forever. Sure. But the problem is, yeah, he totally wants to atone for mistakes he made in the past. It's cool character development. It's great to see that he's learned from everything that happened, and now he's more, like, mellow. He's less commanding. He understands how to deal with his emotions. Like, him being in here is definitely one of the best parts of the game so far. And I totally get what he's saying. Like, you can't run away from it forever, so you need to face what's going on. But, like, the problem has always been, yes, the truth is on our side. Yes, we didn't technically do anything wrong. The problem is that there's no way that we can explain this to the police in a way that's going to make sense for them. Like, there's no way we can explain this to them in a way that's going to make them understand that we were not responsible for what happened. And if we do come out and just tell them that Daniel has powers, that's going to really fuck shit up. For him. For both of us. So, like... And you ran away from it, which makes it look worse. That's very true as well. Like, it makes it look worse, like we're guilty because we knew we were running from something that we were guilty from. But I just don't see a way where even if we turn ourselves in and face this, like, what's going to happen? At best, we're going to jail. Daniel can hide his powers, I guess. At worst, if they figure out that Daniel has powers, and maybe, that's the truth at that point, they realize that he has some sort of powers and that it was an accident what happened, but then what happens to him? Like, I'm thinking real world, like, the government is going to want to, like, try to, like, create him into a super soldier or some shit, or figure out how he got powers so that they can give it to other people, like... That's going to end terribly for Daniel if we turn ourselves in and try to be truthful about what happened. Abuse his power. Yes, totally. Totally. They'd love to have a 10-year-old that they can just tell what to do that has superpowers. Like, come on. I really don't see a way that turning ourselves in is going to affect a good outcome in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, want a new life. We're going to Mexico.
We've come too far now. We just want a new life. That's it.
I understand. I do. I'm trying to be the adult. You're too young to be dealing with all this. And Daniel is growing up fast. Too fast.
That's what I'm worried about.
You made it here. So, I know you're on the right path. Oh. Sorry. I really have to take this.
Is it Joyce?
Hey, Joyce.
It's Joyce.
Right on time.
Wow. They're talking again. Good for them.
Yeah. I'm good.
We can eavesdrop.
Finally done setting up those solar panels. Don't worry. I'm mostly working when the sun's going down. You got that right. Now, how about you? Oh, any news from the vet? Good. That's a relief.
From the
I can
vet.
see that little boy next time I swing by Santa Rosa. Nah. Still haven't heard anything. Just hope they won't let him out.
Oh, you're talking about Nathan Prescott, I'm guessing. He went to jail for
Well,
Chloe's murder.
you know lawyers. Can't expect much from them. Sure. Okay. Take care. Talk soon. Bye-bye.
That's cool. I'm glad we could eavesdrop on his conversation and see what they're talking about. No, he's just going to sit there and do nothing. Stare at the wall.
David always wants to help. But he's tough to figure out.
He's a fucking weirdo. Alright, where are we going now? Back to the car, I guess. We got the police scanner, so I guess we can just get out of here. We can skedaddle.
Okay, old gal. Let's check you out one last time.
Hey.
Oh.
Need any help?
Just checking out the levels and cleaning up the filters.
Didn't know you were a
I
gearhead.
didn't know you were such a gearhead.
Sean, this is basic car maintenance. And I may not be a pro like your father was, but I got some solid skills. I have to, out here.
Yeah, sorry. I'm the newbie. I never really got into cars and stuff.
Esteban was obsessed with his engines. That doesn't mean you had to be too.
He wanted me to find myself.
Yeah. He only wanted me to find my own way. Whatever that was. Wish I had more time.
Listen, Esteban loved you and Daniel for exactly who you are. He would be proud that you're going back to his homeland today.
I wish he was here.
Wish he was here with us. It's bullshit that we get to see Puerto Lobos, but he doesn't.
I know. But Esteban is still with you. And he always wanted you and Daniel to see where he came from.
I don't know anything about Mexico. It's scary.
Sean, you're carrying the weight of 2 people on your shoulders now. It's okay to be nervous.
I'm just tired of running. Of causing trouble everywhere we go.
Daniel's power is overwhelming, and we don't know where it comes from. But you do know your brother. You'll be there for each other.
Just want this over.
I just want to get this shit over with. So we can start over. If we can.
Your brother sure isn't a little kid anymore. He had to grow up too fast. He wants to be equals, and you guys are gonna have to work together. He may even help you make it.
Like you know. I'll say maybe you're right.
Maybe you're right.
You'll figure it out, like you always do. Okay. Better get back to my tune-up.
All right. I'll make one last round before leaving.
One last round? Should we go, like, talk to Stanley and Arthur one more time?
Hi, Sean.
Hey, guys. I came by to say adios. We're taking off today.
No, you're not. Really?
Yeah, we are.
Everything okay?
Yeah, just time to go.
Well, shit. Wish you and Daniel could stay longer.
It's too risky for everyone.
Yeah, but it's too risky, especially for all of you.
We all took a risk moving here. Look, we can hide you from the cops.
Not these ones. They want my ass. It's better if we leave now.
Sean, I won't drag this out and get bitter. Besides, you and Daniel will be back to visit, right?
We'll try.
We'll try. I'm glad this place will be our last U.S. memory.
You and your little brother will always have friends here. And a home. Okay, I'm done babbling. I just hate goodbyes. I know you're both gonna have a great life in Mexico. You better.
We're gonna make it work. Shit. I'm gonna miss you guys.
Take care. You hear? Watch out for Daniel. He needs you.
Be safe. And send us a postcard of the beach.
Guess we'll go talk to Joan one more time, or Joanne, or how you pronounce her name.
I don't know.
Come on. First thing that comes to your mind.
Hey. What's going on?
I'm taking a look at this baby with hindsight. So, what do you think?
Looks a bit off.
Well, looks a bit off. Or something.
I agree. Something's not right. I'll figure it out. Or give it up.
I love it.
So, you guys...
Of course you
leaving
do.
now?
Yeah.
You're the one who wanted to change it earlier when we were
Sweet.
assembling it.
You're
And now
so
he loves
sweet.
it. Now that I said something's
Your
off
brother
about it,
is
he's
so
like, I love it.
sweet. Having you boys around was the sweetest thing. This is for all your help.
Really? Whoa. That's great.
Do I get anything?
Your name is on a way bigger sculpture. For everyone to see.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, your brother needed a little something to remind him of the artist inside.
Wicked.
Okay.
Wicked.
One big hug. And get out of here before we all start crying like babies.
Thank you, Joanne, for everything.
Just please take care of yourself. And my special apprentice.
No worries. We always do.
Hey, is it okay if I hang out a bit longer?
If it's okay with her.
Oh, are you kidding? I need more help. So long, Sean. Don't be a stranger.
Oh, that's nice. She wrote all their names on there.
I'll miss you so much, Joanne.
I know, sweetie. I'll miss you too. I had so much fun and inspiration building all these things with you.
Me too. It's the first time I use my power to actually...
Do something for good.
I usually just use it because
You're angry?
I have to.
Hey, don't worry. I'm sure we'll get another chance to work together once you're settled.
Yeah, I hope so.
Looks like we got everything. Time to hit the highway.
Alright, let's go. Time to roll.
Daniel, do you copy? It's time to wrap it up.
Be right there. Over.
So, did you get to say goodbye to Away?
Yeah. Kinda sad.
I know.
Are we leaving yet?
We have to, and I know.
Come here.
Mom, I'm gonna miss you.
I'll miss you too, Danny. It was amazing to spend this time with you. I'm so damn proud of you both and what you're gonna do with your life. And if you ever need me, I'm just around the corner.
Okay, Mom. Thank you.
Just around the corner in jail. For all of the charges that Nymeria laid out earlier.
Well, Sean, this is it.
Well, this is a big choice. Hugging Karen or not hugging Karen? I feel like the least we can do is give her a hug for like everything that she's done for us for the past 7 weeks or however long it's been. Like, why wouldn't we just give her a hug? Yeah, hug.
Thanks, Mom, for being there.
Thanks
Oh,
for
he
letting
called her
me
mom, but he called her Karen in the letter. Oh well. Oh, she's crying too,
Let's hit the
I
road.
think. It looks like she's crying. David, last chance. You want to come with us? Come with us to Mexico, man. It'll be a good time. You look like the kind of guy that enjoys a tequila.
Take care, boys.
Stay safe. This hurts.
Just the one? You look like the kind of man that enjoys an entire bottle of tequila at a time. You can call Joyce and tell her you moved to Mexico. Stuffing yourself full of tacos and tequila. Alright, it's time for some drama to happen. Cops gotta start following us or something. It's been a little too serene up until now. We need some conflict.
Hey. Is something wrong? We're almost there, okay? That's the last time I have to say that.
I don't care about that.
So,
What are you mad about now?
what's the problem?
What are we gonna do in Puerto Lobos? We don't know anybody. We're like strangers. How long can we live there?
No more running, dude.
How do you think we can live here? No more running, and I know.
So, what are we gonna do for money and stuff?
We'll get a job.
I get a job, man. It won't be hard. You can probably go to school.
Dude, I can't even speak Spanish. How can I make friends or do anything if I can't talk?
Everybody likes you.
Everybody likes you, man. You'll be the cool American kid in no time.
I can do that. Maybe.
You fit in everywhere we go.
Yeah, here we go again with the bullshit.
Well, that sounds okay. I guess.
Daniel, I get scared too, you know? But we'll be fine.
Every episode. Well, at least he fucking listened to us this time. Accepted our answer instead of just flying off the handle. So neither of them is wearing a seatbelt. Maybe it's building up to that. Yeah, probably. I mean, I feel like there has to be something because, like, at least in Life is Strange 1, I felt like it came to a culmination of the story, and we kind of realized why, like, Max got the power that she did. Like, it at least sort of gave you an idea of why that happened. But up until this point, other than his dad dying, we really have had no inkling as to why Daniel has gotten this power, what the point of it is, what he's supposed to be using it for. And I'm wondering how this is all going to tie together. Is he gonna lose the power like Max did at the end of Life is Strange 1? Is there going to be a reason for him to lose the power? Is there going to be a reason for him to use the power one final time? Like, what the hell is going to happen? I'm really waiting for something to happen to, like, start to tie the 5 episodes together, 4 episodes, 5th episode all together into one cohesive story. And so far, we haven't gotten much of anything. Other than David.
That looks so big.
It is pretty big.
Dude,
Game may either say nothing or explain it
just a
terribly
giant
where it makes no
vase.
sense. Dude, if it does, I'm
Except
gonna
it
be...
won't keep us
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be kind of mad. If we get to the end and it's just like, just hand waves and dismisses the whole thing, I'm just gonna be like, why did I even play this?
After the raid on the way, there was no sign of Sean and Daniel Diaz. We believe they left within the past few hours.
They did a raid on the way.
Are still considered armed.
Oh shit.
Proceed with caution.
And where's the supplies?
Only the mother of the fugitives.
This should last until Puerto Lobos. Unless our car breaks down in the desert.
Oh no. Sean, why would they arrest Mom? Why?
So they can
Don't
get
you remember
shit.
the conversation?
But she didn't do anything. The cops will have to let her go.
I hope
What are we
so.
doing here? Are we just going to look
Why
at the
can't
wall?
they just leave us alone?
They're going to. Once we're over that fucking wall.
Hey. Sean,
Yes.
why would they build this?
Well,
To keep people
you
out.
know, it's a border, man.
Is there a wall like this up north?
Not really.
Nah, not really.
Is Dad's house
Oh,
in
man.
Mexico going to be totally trashed or what?
I'm sure it is.
I don't want to have to explain
Whatever.
racism to this kid.
That's a good project for us, right?
I know. It's gonna be super
Shit.
easy with my power.
I didn't think there'd be more than a barbed wire fence out here.
Fine, he can break it. Wait, what does that do? Interesting. Do we have any other option other than asking him to destroy the wall?
This is the opposite of Seattle.
I'm guessing this is all we can do
We're
right
at the
now,
end
huh?
of America.
Destroy that shit. Hey, welcome back. My turn to get to say it. Welcome back.
So, here we are, Daniel.
Yeah, just in
End of the
time.
road.
Finally. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Daniel boos Sean over the wall. I mean, he probably could.
You
He could just yeet us over the wall if he really wanted to. Of course, once we get to the other side, it would be a different story, but... Yeah, exactly. Daniel just yeets Sean right over the wall. Congratulations, Sean. You're in Mexico. Sean? Hey, Sean, can you hear me?
Dude, it's hard.
You're doing it.
I can't.
Just runs and leaves him behind. Sean's like, well, I'm in Mexico. I'm getting out of here. Good. Let the hate flow through you.
Daniel.
Excellent. Feel the dark side. Time for tequila and tacos. Let's call David and get him over here for tequila and tacos. I'm sure he's down. Orange Cheeto gonna be mad his wall's getting destroyed by a Mexican. So true. So true.
Almost.
You got a nosebleed?
It's okay. It's okay. Just breathe. Shh. Breathe.
No nosebleed. He worked that hard and didn't even get a nosebleed?
We did it!
We fucked that shit up.
All right, let's get in the car and get out of here. Before the cops figure out where we are. Yeah, we totally did it.
It's all thanks to you.
It's gonna be alright now. We've done the hardest part.
Thanks for taking me down here, Sean.
Nah. We did it together, man. Come on. Let's go back to the car.
Oh man! I cannot wait to go swimming in the ocean. That would be cool if we could just walk to the beach.
Yeah, right? Just get across the damn border, like right now.
Can't wait to go shopping. I'm dying to get some chocolate.
There's gotta be some shit that's about to happen, right? Yep, there it is. Fucking knew it.
Daniel, talk to me! Daniel!
Who just shot at him? Barely got nicked on the shoulder.
No. No way, not now. Daniel!
Oh, is it the fucking...
Who
No,
are you?
it's somebody else.
Did you shoot my brother? Hey,
What the hell?
Oh shit, Madison. I told you he was a fucking kid.
Get off of me! Get off of me!
Well,
What's happening?
is he?
He's my brother!
He's okay. Bullet just grazed
Let me
him.
go!
Do not move if you want to keep that arm. Comprende? Keep an eye on the wall. These fuckers blew it up so their friends can cross.
Oh my god, dude. Why is it always
So what's the
racist?
plan, huh? I bet there's a dozen more coming through, right?
No! We're leaving! Going to Mexico, I swear!
Wait. You're trying to break into Mexico. That's fucking funny.
We're Americans.
We're Americans! Americans, damn it!
Yeah, I should have just
Some
walked
people
right
blow
over.
up walls. That's called terrorism.
Oh my
Get it?
god. Do we look like terrorists?
Do we look like terrorists?
I mean, I do have an
We're
eye
just
patch,
kids.
but...
Not after you blow a wall up. So tell me the plan.
You're not cops. You can't arrest us.
No, but we work with them. And they sure appreciate our help.
Looks like no one's coming for now.
Anyway, don't waste your energy. I bet the Border Patrol has a big plan for you, mister.
Madison, come on. We have to deal with this kid. Still bleeding.
Don't touch him. Get off.
Oh, God.
Don't move.
What the fuck?
Well, I guess it's a good thing for the story that that bullet that barely grazed his shoulder knocked him unconscious somehow.
Jesus! What the fuck is going on?
Where's Spencer?
He's off duty today. Why?
Listen, we have a deal. He knows.
Yeah, I heard about this crap. Not happening anymore. Come on, Maddie. Do what the officer says. Fuck! How old is he? He's all right, officer. Don't worry. Shut it! You're both coming with me to the station.
What? Are you kidding? What? They're illegals.
Fuck's sake!
I don't know how that knocked him out. It didn't. They needed him to be unconscious so he couldn't use his powers to get us out of the situation. This whole thing is stupid.
Take a breath. You okay now? Daniel!
What? I'm sorry, are you Sean? Sean Diaz?
No.
You're under arrest.
Fuck. I said I wasn't Sean Diaz. Can't arrest me. I'm not Sean Diaz. God damn it, dude. We were fucking right there. What is this? Goddamn racists show up and ruin everything. The 4th of July, 6 a.m. God is watching. Plot convenience the Daniels. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. 100%. They didn't want him to be able to use his powers to get them out of the situation. So it's like, we'll shoot him, we'll slightly injure him, and it'll knock him out for some reason. So he just won't be able to use his powers. 100% plot convenience. Really annoying.
Diego. Mi esposa Carla. Y este frijolito de aquí es Ángel.
Oh, Ángela.
Encantado. Soy Sean. ¿Cómo te sientes, hijo? ¿Han visto un niño de 10 años? Es mi hermanito. Nos separaron cerca del muro. Está herido.
Lo llevaron a la enfermería. Si fuera grave, una ambulancia ya habría venido.
Yeah, they've got all their work ahead of them if they're going to turn the ending of this around into something that actually like makes me appreciate the journey that we've been on. So I wouldn't blame you at all for not playing this one if you don't feel like it.
¿Saben cuánto tiempo nos van a dejar aquí?
No.
Esta es la primera vez que intentan cruzar. Me acuerdo de nuestra primera vez. Casi morimos de sed en el desierto. En realidad, queremos llegar a México. ¿A México? No mames. ¿Pero por qué? Entonces son gringos. Sí, nacimos aquí, pero ahora tenemos que irnos.
Todos estamos escapando de algo.
Es la tercera vez que intentamos cruzar la frontera.
You're brave.
Son muy valientes. Y además estás embarazada. Mi Carlita es la mujer más valiente del mundo.
Y la más inteligente también. En nuestro pueblo era profesora.
Queremos que el niño nazca en este país. Que tenga la nacionalidad.
Queremos darle una vida mejor a nuestro hijo o hija.
That's what my father did.
Es lo que hizo mi papá. Se fue de México cuando murieron sus padres. Para ganarse la vida. Pero yo sé que extrañaba su pueblo natal.
Por supuesto. Pero seguro que tuvo sus razones para irse. Como nosotros.
No quiero desanimarte, amigo. Pero lo de México no va a ser fácil para ustedes. Es un país magnífico. Y me cuesta muchísimo dejarlo, pero allá va a ser muy complicado cumplir tus sueños.
Ya no tengo sueños aquí.
Sean, has vivido en este país toda tu vida con un padre mexicano. Y ahora los tiempos han cambiado. ¿Cómo crees que va a ser todo en el futuro?
It's well, now I'm pessimistic. It's getting better. I want to tell them the truth and say I'm pessimistic.
No sé, creo que soy un poco pesimista. En el camino, no solo me encontré con gente amable.
Me imagino.
Cuando eres extranjero, tienes que trabajar aún más duro para arreglártelas. Así funciona.
Oh, shit. Enough now. It's America. We speak English.
We're just talking.
No, the problem is you people breaking into my country.
We come here to work, not steal or live at your home.
Diego.
No, I am so fucking tired. You only come here to cause trouble. And we have to pay for your welfare. You all want a free ride. And that makes me sick.
Immigrants built the country, you
Immigrants built
dumbass.
This country. Where did the founding fathers come from, huh?
No, that was different. They made
Yeah, because they were white.
laws. They wouldn't stand by and let this happen.
We only want work and in peace.
Yes. An honest job and the ability to raise our child in a safe country. That's all we're looking for.
Yeah, they did make this pretty accurate, I think.
But the facts speak for themselves.
Calling her a bigot isn't going to change her mind. Oh, I don't have a chance to say anything? Come on, man.
I don't think I have a choice. I want the safest country for my children.
See? You love your family like us. We don't go walking hundreds of miles in the desert and risking everything for no reason. We do it for our child. A mother must understand.
No, you and your unborn parasite have
Oh my
nothing
God,
in
dude.
common with me and my family.
What?
Maddie,
What you say?
Oh, see? There you go.
take it easy.
This is our country.
I'm going to calm him.
Siéntate, Diego. Solo vas a empeorar las cosas para ustedes.
Tienes razón, amor. No valen la pena.
Whether you people like it or not, we're not gonna give you a break.
You're in jail too, loser.
You shot a child. Guy's doing his job.
Why are we stuck down here with them? You know
Because you
us.
shot a child.
We're helping you, goddammit.
Hey, you have the right to remain silent, so fucking use it, okay?
All right.
Diaz, you're up.
How's my brother?
Don't worry about him. Now turn around. Hands behind your back. Okay? Let's move it.
We're going to get interrogated?
All right. Sit down.
Where's my brother?
He's doing fine for a kid who got grazed by a bullet. Lost some blood. But He's tough. They're taking care of him at the infirmary. You want coffee?
Okay.
Good.
All right.
Be right back.
Good cop, bad cop. He's gonna play both sides. He's gonna bring me some coffee and then, like, throw it in my face.
What did they do with Daniel? Great. Now I can put on a fucking show.
I mean, can we break this?
Of course not.
I don't think the security cameras, I don't think they're gonna let us,
How am I gonna get myself out of this mess?
if they noticed us breaking the cuffs, I don't think that's gonna go well.
No point in getting these off. There are cops everywhere. Shit. Is it morning already?
Damn.
Haven't seen Daniel since yesterday.
I don't think there's anything else we can look at, right? Oh my god, they're still arguing out there.
When will we get a break?
Let's listen to this argument. Sovereign citizen. So stupid.
What are you babbling about now? Do you ever just not yell? It's been a long fucking night. We're all sick of your shit. If I have to come back here again, you're going to solitary. Got it?
What is a sovereign citizen? So a sovereign citizen is like a person who thinks that the laws of the United States do not apply to them. They're people that think that there is some sort of legal theory that allows them it's very strange and it's hard to explain in any great detail, but basically they think that they can legally argue their way out of laws and things like taxes and stuff like that applying to them. They think if they just apply the laws the correct way and argue the correct way in front of a judge, then they can make basically nothing stick to them. It's very stupid and it never works. Someone came up with this legal theory and people like watch it on YouTube and they think it's a thing that they can do. And I've seen people try to do it in front of a judge and they get laughed out of court. Like it's very dumb and I don't know why. Yeah. Americans are stupid. And I don't know exactly where it came from, but people think that they can argue themselves out of jail time and stuff by just saying the right things in court, and it's stupid. But yeah, that's what these people think they are.
There you go. Looks like you need it.
Thanks.
All right.
Can I drink it? No? Okay. I don't think I explained it very well, but if you're interested, look it up on YouTube. There are tons of videos of people that are self-proclaimed sovereign citizens interacting with American police, and the police, the judges, everybody basically in the like the legal system just kind of rolling their eyes at them whenever they start to do their whole spiel. But you'll be entertained by it. It never fails to be entertaining, even if it is dumb.
Damn. Seriously? No.
Yeah.
Shit.
Coffee's gonna make me feel so much better.
Should I just keep drinking it?
At least it'll keep me up.
You put something in the coffee? Spend some time laughing at the stupid Americans.
That's quite a crime spree. It's hard to believe
What do you mean?
what kids can do nowadays.
What crime spree? What did I do?
Killing that officer in Seattle.
Wasn't me.
Assaulting a gas station clerk.
Also wasn't me.
Caught in another weird explosion at a pot farm in California.
Not a crime.
Then
Okay.
you join a religious commune in Nevada.
Didn't join, was merely visiting.
Which ends up burnt to the ground.
Also
And
not me.
we're not even halfway down the list. One of those things you could get away with. But not all that.
It's never worthwhile to talk to the police and try to explain your side of the story. Like, the first words out of his mouth should just be lawyer. Like, you should have a lawyer present in this entire thing. I was gonna say whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah. Whatever. Keep your teenage crisis for Agent Flores. She's
Yep.
on her way.
Straight up
She's
ask for a
working on
lawyer. That's it.
Who took responsibility?
We're not gonna give him any information. She says a lot.
She says a lot. Who cares? You don't have any proof. Don't drag her into this, okay? She's a good person.
Hey. It's not up to me, kid. Listen. I feel sorry for you. I really do. But denying what you did will only make things worse.
Yep, see, here we go. It doesn't really give us an option. This is so annoying because, I mean, I guess he's a kid. He's not really going to know any better. Us as adults, we know that, like, we shouldn't have this conversation because it's never going to turn out well in your favor. It's not worth having this conversation. We should be asking for a lawyer to be present before answering any sort of questions. But these are the options that it's giving us. We're going to go with it wasn't my fault.
It wasn't my fault. All I did was try to survive.
Yeah. I guess you did. You know, I read the report. You claim that Officer Matthews' death was an accident, so why didn't you wait for the police?
No one would have believed it, or I panicked and then it was too late. If I say I panicked, he's not going to believe me. It doesn't really matter, though. If I say no one would have believed it, am I then locked into telling him that my brother has superpowers? Because he's going to be like, no one would have believed what? I'm just going to say I panicked and then it was too late.
I panicked, okay? Then it was too late. We were already criminals.
Well, it's no reason to make things worse by running away, kid. Good news is, your brother's too young to be prosecuted. He'll end up with your grandparents, if they want him. But you're facing a shitload of years between bars. At least he'll get a life.
Between bars? They usually say behind bars?
What I don't get...
Okay, he's awake now.
How two kids can destroy so much stuff. I mean, anywhere you went, something blew up. Seriously. How?
We're supervillains.
What do you want me to say? We're supervillains. We can't help but destroy shit.
Yeah, right. I bet the judge will love this. Maybe he'll give you special treatment. Whoa! What is that?
Sir?
That's my brother, the supervillain.
You should...
Keep your ass in that seat.
Sean!
You okay? How do you feel?
I'm okay. Just a little headache. Hold on. Dude, we gotta go.
Hold up.
Is he okay? I wanted to rescue you, but I had to use my power. I didn't want to hurt him.
He's okay. Don't worry.
Nice. You managed to rescue us without killing him.
Hey! This is Mom, we gotta go.
Get us out of here!
Wait, help them.
Who are these people?
Well,
They're racist.
Carla and Diego.
Oh, you mean them?
They came all the way from Mexico. And got thrown in jail for it. As for the others, they're the ones who tried to shoot you.
What? They got locked up? Good.
Oh, go to hell.
Yeah, it is behind bars. You're totally right. Let's free them.
Hold on. We're gonna get you out. Daniel?
Wow.
That's it.
Gracias. Muchas gracias.
Espérenme aquí until I check this out.
Of course.
Holy mother. How'd you do that?
What option do we have for them? Oh, we can take revenge on them or free them? No, we're not going to take revenge. They can just stay locked up. That's fine.
Come on.
You think...
He's out for the count.
Okay, hands up.
Shit.
Right
Come on,
now.
shoot.
Hands up.
Do not move. Wait.
Sean?
Stay back, Daniel. Let me think.
Sean, what do I do?
Quick. Gotta find something to stop them. The chair.
Oh, the fire extinguisher.
What the fuck? They're dangerous. Be careful.
We will
Hit him with a
shoot
fire
if we need
extinguisher.
to.
Fire
Understand?
What's going on?
Okay,
Oh.
what the fuck? Do not
That wasn't
move.
distracting enough?
I'm scared.
Don't do anything stupid,
Don't kill him.
kid.
Throw that locker.
Don't kill him. Just hurt him. There we go. Perfect.
Didn't want to hurt anybody anymore.
You saved us. You had no choice. Now,
I guess that was what I should have done.
Sean.
Was there a different
I think
option?
our things are in there.
Hey, hey!
Step
What did you
back.
do? You fucking murderer!
nice. Don't move. I'll be right back.
Okay, but be quick.
Yeah, it is self-defense. Is this gonna be David all over again? Yeah, right.
They must really feel threatened to put so much effort into this.
I wonder if there's another option that I could have done to where they wouldn't have gotten hurt, so to speak.
After this, you're not gonna hunt shit anymore.
Can I do something with this? Can we like break the rifle?
Bet it belongs to one of these trigger happy.
There was something? Yeah, I figured there was. Oh well. That's fine. Flag pin? We can take their flag pin?
Pretty good memory. From a pretty bad place.
Hey. Collectible number 6. What else can we do?
Look at that. Crime Central.
The distract things make no sense. They really don't stop them. Yeah, I hit 2 of them and they didn't give a shit. So, seemed kind of silly. I guess they're just there to... They're more so there to distract you than they are to distract the cops. Oh well.
We will be
They
so
didn't
dead
die,
if we
they
didn't
just
have
got a little
Daniel's
hurt.
power. I hate that he has to use this. Take it out, Daniel.
Que Dios los bendiga.
Okay, go, go! Let's roll, Daniel.
Hurry, Sean! Drive!
Wait, they towed their truck there? I guess they would have done that?
Nobody is chasing us.
Not yet.
Feel like they make the stupidest decision here? Alright, we'll see.
For every unit in the area, multiple prisoners, 2 adults and 2 teenagers have escaped from the El Rey police station. They are considered armed and dangerous. Repeat.
we still going to Mexico?
Yeah. We got nowhere else to go.
What, are they gonna stop and buy fireworks?
Sean, it's the 4th of July. Our first one without Dad.
You're right.
No.
Remember?
We're not stopping
how
for fireworks.
He was so into fireworks. Every year. He always made us go too early, so we could get a good spot.
I know. He is so corny. He said he was proud to live in his country.
Okay. He didn't mention stopping, he was just talking about it. That's fine. I thought for sure he's gonna be like, can we pull over and get some fireworks in honor of Dad?
Shit.
It's true. You would think there would be more fireworks. Maybe they had a plan for it and had to scrap it or something. Wait, what?
Sean, what are we gonna do?
Are they really blocking it? Dude, are you fucking serious?
Don't make this worse. Get out of the car. Slow. With your head above your head.
They drove to an official border crossing. I just, yeah, right, just go make another fucking hole, you morons.
You know that day?
I don't want to do this anymore.
The day Dad was shot. I think about it every day. And I would give anything to change what happened.
Oh, God.
But I can't. I'm sorry for my mistakes. I tried my best. I swear.
Sean.
I'm so proud of you, and I know, just like Dad would be. We both learned a lot together, but you can make your own rules now. If we surrender, they will separate us, Daniel. And if that happens, promise me that you will always do the right thing, okay? Don't waste your power. Be smart like you already are.
I don't want to be separated.
Hear me out. Please, don't make any more mistakes.
Whatever happens, always remember that you're Daniel Diaz.
I hate promises. I'll try.
This is not a trap. You can trust me. Please, get out of the car. Come on. There's no way out. This is our last
So,
warning. Listen up.
how does the story of the Wolf brothers end?
Step out of the car. Now.
Surrender or cross the border. How he's just gonna use his power and move all the cars out of the way? Like, this doesn't feel like a meaningful choice. Why do I care? Why do I care about this? If he surrenders, okay, they get separated, he goes to jail for forever, and fucking Daniel goes to live with the grandparents. If we cross the border, he attempts to use his power to move the cops out of the way. They shoot at us, probably, and he ends up getting shot in the head. Yeah, either way, exactly, looks like a bad ending. I'm guessing either one of them gets shot or both of them get shot if you try to cross the border, and they both just die or some shit, and if they surrender, they get separated. And if you just surrender at this point, it renders a lot of the other decisions that you've made up until this point moot. Like, why, if we're just gonna surrender, why did we even bother breaking out of the fucking police station? What was the point of that? Why didn't we just tell Daniel, hey, this is, or yeah, Daniel, why didn't we just say, hey, this is stupid, we need to surrender? Like, this is a frustratingly dumb decision. Yeah, you've been on the run for so long. What was the point of any of it if we just surrender? So, I mean, like, it feels like the culmination of this is to try to cross the border, to try to use the power to cross the border, which is what our goal has been this entire time. If we just surrender... But you're right, it feels like a lose-lose. I feel like no matter which option I pick here, neither is gonna go well. And I mean, David was trying to offer us some sage advice and say that we need to surrender. Like, I'm just gonna try to cross the border. If we get shot, we get shot. Who gives a fuck? Like, why does it even matter? I don't care.
They make it to the other side.
What? You sure?
Trust me, okay? Just get us through. Hold on tight.
I don't wanna! I'm not hurting anyone else! Sean!
Open fire! It's too late! They're shooting at us, Daniel! This is the only way!
I'm sorry, Sean, but I have to go.
What? What are you talking about?
Don't turn back for me.
I have to go? He just left me? What?
I hope you'll be happy in Mexico.
What? Huh? Why? Why did he break us out of the fucking police station if he didn't want to go? What? No! Terrible! I mean, I'm basically rage quitting at this point because I don't think it can count if you rage quit at the fucking end of the game. Like, there's nothing more. Oh, he went to fucking go live with his grandparents. Fucking hooray. Good for you. You put me through all this fucking bullshit for this entire game where I had to live with your ass and all the stupid shit that you want to do. I worked so hard to get you to go to fucking Mexico so that we wouldn't be separated, so that we could live together as brothers and we could fucking live our lives there free. And this is what you fucking do to me after I put up with all of your shit? For 5 fucking episodes, you're a huge fucking piece of shit. And then at the end, when I go through hell and back to get you to fucking Mexico so that we can have a normal fucking life, and you just abandon me at the border? No, fuck you. It is so stupid. I'm legit, like, mad at this. That was pointless. That whole thing was pointless. That whole story was fucking pointless. Yeah, pushing him off the cliff would have been much better. He got to be with the mom and have a whole ass nice life. Like, God. Oh, this makes me 6 years after the events at the border. Okay, let's see you fix this shit. You're on thin ice, game. Yeah, busting him out of the cult for nothing in return. Like, what did I do all of this stuff for? If he didn't want to fucking, like, do any of this, if he just wanted to fucking turn himself in, I don't understand. Does he still have powers? Why did he get the powers in the first place? What the fuck was the point? He's an ankle monitor? Wait, is that Daniel or is that fucking Sean? I guess that's Daniel, right? He has to wear the fucking ankle monitor? He stopped the bus with his powers? I was raging and I wasn't really paying attention to what the game was telling me at that point. So I guess he just gets to keep the powers for no fucking reason. My God, this is stupid. It feels like the game punishes you for making Daniel be an empathetic person and not use his powers for selfish reasons like any normal person would do. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Is this the good ending? Fucking Sean and Cassidy get to live together in Mexico? No, wait, okay. No, wait, we figured it out. This is the good ending. This is the good ending. We got the good ending. We got the good ending, guys. This is the best ending because Daniel is a huge piece of shit and now we don't have to deal with him. We don't have to deal with him anymore. He lives in a different country. We don't have to deal with any of his bullshit. This is the good ending. We got what we wanted. We live happily ever after with Cassidy. We have a good life in Mexico. And we don't have to fucking deal with Daniel. It doesn't get any better than this. How could there be a better ending? We've been asking to get rid of him all game. And guess what? We finally got rid of him. We played the long con, essentially. We convinced Daniel to leave us. Instead of getting Sean to abandon Daniel, we convinced Daniel to abandon Sean. Sean is the master manipulator, okay? We got the good ending. If the other three endings, if they stay together, worse endings. Worse. Oh, what a garbage game. Okay. Toggle that speed up. I don't want to see who worked on this because they didn't do their jobs. Well, okay, I shouldn't say that. The people that, like, obviously did, like, the modeling and that kind of stuff, the people that did the technical side of it, they did their jobs. Whoever the fucking writers were for this one, they did not do their jobs. Why did Daniel jump? I have no idea why he jumped out of the car. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. I don't know. I don't know why, like, if he didn't want to go to Mexico, why did he even bother breaking us out of the police station? He should have just stayed in the police station and they could have arrested Sean and the exact same thing would have happened. It would have been the surrender ending if he had just not broken us out of the police station. So if he wanted us to surrender, if that's what he was looking for, then it makes no sense for him to bust us out of the police station. And they should have done something similar to Life is Strange 1. Just being on the run isn't easy as a choose your own adventure. Yeah, it's too... It has to be too railroady to, like, keep the story going in the right direction. There's too much. They made zero effort to give any sort of a reason, a rhyme or a reason to the powers. Like we talked about earlier, Max at the end of Life is Strange 1, you don't really know where the powers come from, so to speak, but there's like a reason for the powers, and it makes the whole story become full circle. Like there's a reason why she's able to run back the time, and turn back time, and you have to make a decision about whether you want to save the town or are you willing to give up the lives of those people in order to save your best friend. It's like the classic philosophical dilemma of is it more worthwhile to kill 100 people to save one person or something like that, you know? And so you have to make that decision. Fuck off. But this one, there was no rhyme or reason for the powers. It never came full circle. There was nothing to make it feel like this whole journey led somewhere or even came full circle like the first one did. It just was a series of events that happened that you had minimal to no control over, and then an ending that felt like it didn't fit as a culmination of the events that happened up until this point. Like, the writing was just, I don't know what they were thinking. It was not good. I don't know how so many people read through this and said, yeah, that's a good game. Someone's going to come out of this and feel like, yeah, I got my story's worth out of this one. It doesn't feel like we had really any meaningful choice about what happened. It doesn't feel like we had any meaningful choice about how the game ended, about what happened to the brothers. It doesn't really feel like any of that was written with the whole story in mind. Like the ending wasn't written with the rest of the story in mind or anything like that. I don't know. Frustrating. It's over. We're going to move on. Let's check out our choices here. Okay. Sorry, I gotta rechat. I don't think it's that he doesn't want to go to Mexico. I think it was supposed to be that he didn't want to hurt any more people, and the right thing to do is turn himself into the police, but still it's bad. If he didn't want to hurt any more people, then he shouldn't have been breaking us out of prison. I guess it was just the number of people. He was willing to hurt a few people to break us out, but he wasn't willing to hurt all the people that were at the... I don't know. I still don't feel like that's... You decided to force the roadblock and Daniel accepted. You decided to force the roadblock and Daniel refused. So I guess, yeah, this is where you were talking about. It feels like trying to make Daniel into a empathetic person who doesn't want to hurt other people, and then you choose to force the roadblock, you get punished for it because now he doesn't want to do it. It's like the one time where I don't mind you using the powers because we've been building up to this point in the story, and it's like, I don't want you to hurt people just because you can. I don't want you to hurt other living things just because you can. But when we're building up to, hey, this is the culmination of the story, the whole goal of our journey is to get to Mexico. And this is the last step. And literally all we have to do is cross this one last barrier. And we're doing it to protect ourselves. Yeah, sure. Maybe you can use the power now in a way that might hurt someone to get us across that goal. Just don't do it all the time. Don't do it willy-nilly. It's not... I don't fucking know, man. It's honestly just ridiculous. So you can also surrender and Daniel accepts. And then you can also surrender and Daniel refuse. So I guess based upon the way that we played the game, the way that we, and by we I mean me obviously, the way that I played the game, the way I got through it, the intent was that since we made Daniel into being a good person who doesn't want to hurt other people, then the correct choice, it seems like there was a correct and an incorrect choice. So the correct choice would be to surrender because that's what the good person would do. We've been teaching him to be a good person all the way up until till the end. And then when left with the good choice, the choice of surrendering, that's what the good person would do instead of forcing the roadblock. So therefore, we essentially, lived our life one way. And then when it came to the ultimate decision, we chose the opposite thing, which is what caused him to refuse. So yeah, it definitely feels like I was punished there for wanting to finish the story in a way that made sense for what we were doing. Oh, God. Life is Strange 1, all the choices made in all previous episodes change the characters you can save in Chapter 5 when the town is in ruins. This game seems to have nothing like that. Yeah, this game seems to have no sort of... It feels like they got 5 different people. So like they got 5 different writers and they gave each one of them a template for their episode. And they're like, here's kind of like the story arc that you need to follow. It's going to start with some exploration and world building. Then we're going to create a conflict. Then that conflict is going to escalate. And then it's going to resolve at the end. And it feels like they gave 5 different writers that same template and said, you need to create a self-standing story about a specific area of where these characters are going, and you need to follow this template. And it felt like there were 5 disjointed stories about what was happening with these characters, and then the ending was just, it didn't feel like someone was looking at the 5 different stories and pulling in like what happened and tying them together in any way, shape, or form. It was just there, and it was the end of the story, and it had nothing really to do with the rest of it other than, Daniel has a good meter and a bad meter, and was the good meter higher or was the bad meter higher? And did your choice match the good meter or did your choice match the bad meter? And exactly. And even the second checkbox here, the second set of options says overall, You taught Daniel to do his best to follow the rules of society. Overall, you taught Daniel to put himself and his brother first. So it's literally that right there is the good meter and the bad meter. They're straight up telling you he had a good meter and a bad meter, and then you made the wrong decision. You made the bad choice after building up the good meter. So therefore, he's going to refuse, and he's not going to want to do what you want to do. Probably a similar thing happens if you build up the bad meter and then make the good choice. If you teach him to put himself and Sean first, and then you decide to surrender, he's going to be like, well, fuck that. Why did you teach me to do that? But that also, the surrender and the force the roadblock aspect of it doesn't, I guess they really tried to make it obvious that that was like a good choice and a bad choice, with like David sitting down and like telling you that this is what you should do. You should surrender. He's telling you that that's the good choice, but it's unclear. And I think it really sucks that it doesn't, it doesn't feel like those are congruent, whatever, with the choices that have been made up until that point. All right, I'm going to stop complaining about this now. I watched one other person play the last episode, and they also got this ending. No clue how the other ones go down. Yeah, I'm going to look those up on YouTube because I'm certainly interested to know. And I found another website that I've looked at for some of the other episodes after you finish them, or I've looked at them after I finished the episode, and it breaks down the different choices that are available, and it actually tells you that like there are hidden meters, and it tells you what choices add how many like points to each meter that affect other things that happen later on. So it's interesting to see the behind the scenes of like how the game tabulates stuff and figures out what's going to happen and what choices are available later. If I find it again, I'll let you know what it is. I'm sure you can just Google it and find it, but we're definitely going to be watching that tomorrow. I want to see the other endings and see what the quote unquote good ending is for the way that we played the game, the way that we encouraged Daniel to do his best to follow the rules of society. But God damn it, if we were going to encourage him to follow the rules of society, we shouldn't have been running away in the first place. The whole thing is counterintuitive. We're forced. I'm going to go off on one more fucking angry tangent right now. We are forced in this game to go away from the rules of society. The rules of society are you break the law, you get arrested, you go to jail. If you're innocent, you don't run. Right? You get due process, you go before a judge, you argue the facts, and then you're acquitted because you're an innocent person. That's the way it's supposed to work. So by definition, the fact that the game is forcing you to run from your problems at the very beginning is pushing you away from the rules of society. And you have no choice over that. You have no choice over whether to stay or not. So the game is forcing you. And along the way that you are moving away from the rules of society, you're doing your best as an older brother to raise your younger brother in a way that teaches him to follow the rules of society when you're running from them in a way that you feel is unjust. The rules of society in this instance, because it was an accident that you can't explain, are unjust because they would find you guilty for something that wasn't your fault. So the whole culmination of the story is this plot arc where you are eschewing the rules of society in order to avoid something that is unjust, while still trying to be a good brother who's teaching your younger brother to be just and to follow the rules of society. But when you take the unjust plot line that is avoiding rules of society to its logical conclusion, which has been your goal this entire time, to get to Mexico, you're punished for it. It's like it's the story that you were forced into has a quote unquote bad aspect to it. And even though you try to live your life as good as you can along the way, ultimately, the life that you're living, the story that you're living is quote unquote bad. And if you choose to use the quote unquote bad ending to the bad story that has been forced upon you, you get punished because you chose to live the bad story in the best way you possibly could. Okay. What else? I couldn't care less about society, but I care about the individual. I don't want Daniel to hurt people, but I also don't want Daniel to get us arrested unfairly. There's such a huge difference morally in putting people first and putting the police first. Yes. Agreed. Yeah, I don't want him to hurt people, but ultimately, surrendering is not the culmination of the story that's being told so far. It just isn't. It just isn't. It's like, I can't imagine another story where you, like a movie or something, where you have a character who's like running and running and running, and then you get to the end of the movie and then they just surrender. Oh, okay. So you need to be, if you want to choose the ending that I chose, which is to run through the checkpoint, you need to be an ass the entire time, and you need to encourage Daniel to be self-centered. That's 100% correct. You need to teach him to be self-centered and to value his brother more than the rest of society or any other people. And then he will agree to the correct ending for the overarching story. I think they were trying really hard to come up with something that was like, if only Daniel grew a conscience like half an hour later, right? Like, just go to Mexico and then start over with a new life and stop hurting people. But yeah, City Rages, you're so right. The only way you're going to get him to actually go to Mexico with you is the only way you're going to get the correct culmination of the story that you've been living so far is if you teach him to be self-centered. Not just towards himself, but towards him and his brother. To be more interested in their welfare than anyone else going on around them, which makes no sense. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I think they tried their best to create a sort of ending that was weighted the same. Like, I feel like the choices for the ending for Life is Strange 1 were more or less weighted the same. Where the culmination of the story could have been either one. You could have been living this entire experience so that I also said, yeah, you nailed that too. So they probably wouldn't explain his power. You totally said that, and you were 100% correct. They didn't explain it or tie it together or do anything with it. But I think Life is Strange 1, they did a good job of giving you two options for an ending that both could have been plausible culminations for the story. You know, you get this power that allows you to rewind time. You live through all this stuff, and then ultimately at the end, you can either go full circle and decide that, you know, this extra time, this borrowed time that you had with Chloe makes you decide that it's worthwhile to save her, right? That's a logical conclusion to come to by the end of the game. Yes, I've spent more time with my best friend. I've realized how much I've missed her. I need to save her because, you know, I've realized with this week that I've had that I wouldn't have had otherwise, that she is worth saving. Or, you know, you can also come to the conclusion that, hey, one person's life isn't worth killing or destroying this town and ruining everybody else's life. So it's really, we need to let Chloe die in order for things to go the way that they were supposed to. Both of those endings make sense within the context of the overarching story. But I think in this one, the two endings aren't equal. The two endings don't make sense within the context of the overarching story. To go through everything they went to and then just turn yourself in at the end is just, it's nonsensical. It's asinine. You did the treasure hunt and found the hidden souvenir. Cool. You overall got closer to Karen. Cool. You wrote a lukewarm note to Karen. Yeah, that was kind of weird. I hugged her and called her mom and then left her a note that said, "Hi, Karen." It was tonally, there was a little bit of a shift there. You said farewell to Stanley and Arthur. 30% of people didn't say farewell to Arthur and Stanley. Wow, that's rude. You said farewell to Joanne. I usually pronounce that Joan, but they kept saying Joanne in the game, so I guess that's Joanne. 30%. Wow, 30% of people just fucking left. They talked to David and they were just like, peace out. Don't give a shit about anybody else. 97% of people hugged Karen. I guess most people felt like that was a good thing to hug Karen. I feel like it's hard to not hug her after at least the help that she gave you for 7 fucking weeks and helping you rescue your brother. Like, she showed up when it mattered. You intervened to calm Diego in the cells. You stayed out of the argument. 25% of people just let them go at it, huh? I feel like nothing good could have come out of that, so I was very quick to be like, Diego, you need to chill. 67% freed the Mexican couple. 33% didn't open their cell. Interesting. I wonder why 33% of people just left them. 16% asked them, You asked Daniel to open the vigilante cell. I wonder if the people that opened the vigilante cell, were they just doing it to be nice, or were there actually 16% of players that identified with the vigilantes, quote unquote, the sovereign citizens? Did they play this game and they were thinking, yeah, that makes sense. There should be people at the border. They weren't doing anything wrong. They were just trying to keep those damn Mexicans from coming into our country. We should let them free so that they can continue to do their job at the border. If so, I feel sorry for those 16%. I considered not opening because I was worried it would get them in trouble. In the end, I did open their cell, but I wondered if that's the reason some people not opening it. That's a good point. I also considered that when it was giving us the option to open their cell. I was like, I wondered if they even really like wanted to go that way, because they seemed like good people. So I wondered if they would just be like, no, we're going to stay here, or else it's going to look like we're complicit in this. So yeah, I agree with you. And I also considered that, but I ultimately decided to free them as well. You asked, 20% of people asked Daniel to take revenge on the vigilantes. I wonder what form the revenge would have taken. Like, would he have killed them or just hurt them, or how would that have worked? It just says hurt, so I guess he just would have injured them. Exploding them. They just turn into a fine mist. Just poof. 19% of people asked Daniel to kill the police officers to escape the police station. 81% didn't ask Daniel. Maybe depends on the bad meter. That's true. Maybe if it's just a little bad, he slaps them around a little bit. But yeah, if he's like full on bad, he just pops their heads. You didn't ask Daniel to kill the officers to escape the police station. I should have, I guess. Maybe then he would have come with me to Mexico. If I had just convinced him to kill a few more police officers, he would have been fine with going to Mexico. Daniel was told off about the scorpion and stopped messing with it. Daniel was told off about the scorpion but kept on messing with it. So I guess if your bad meter is already too high, he won't stop. And then you can just choose not to tell him off about it altogether. Daniel managed to set up Joanne's sculpture like he wanted. Daniel managed to set up Joanne's sculpture with your help. Daniel managed to set up Joanne's sculpture without your help. I guess if you just don't go help him. Bad meter raises to 100% by killing police officers? Yeah, probably. Daniel was concerned about hurting Officer Campbell, 60%. If bad meter was at 100%, he wouldn't give a shit about Officer Campbell. Oh, he can actually refuse to free the vigilantes. He accepted, he refused, or he wasn't asked to. That's the key choice. Whether or not to kill the police officers. Daniel accepted to take revenge on the vigilantes. Oh, he can also refuse to take revenge on the vigilantes if he wants to. He didn't have to lash out at the vigilantes. Daniel killed the officers. Oh, he can lock up the officers in a closet. Or he can be forced to intervene because the officers got too close. I feel like knocking them out isn't truly injuring them, though. Like, I didn't think it was that bad. I don't think his bad meter should have gone up for just knocking them out with the locker. I didn't even see the option to lock them in a closet, but, you know, good for him. Daniel wasn't asked to kill the officers. Daniel was okay with killing the officers. Daniel was reluctant, but forced to kill the officers. Daniel refused to kill the officers. Daniel wasn't asked to kill the officers. Yeah, the distracting slowed them down a little bit so you have more time to look for other options. That makes sense. I thought that the fire extinguisher was going to do way more than it did. I thought that was going to, like, they were going to be, like, coughing or sputtering, and then we were going to be able to, like, slip away or something, but I kind of panicked when it didn't do anything. They literally, like, they were just like, what the hell? And then they just kept walking forward, and I was like, oh, shit. I thought that was going to do way more than it did. But it didn't do anything. So, yeah. All right. Well, we made it to the end. I'm not particularly happy about it, but we made it to the end. That was certainly an experience. I wonder if some other options only appear depending on where the meters stand. Interesting idea, maybe. There was an option. I know I had the good meter high, but there was still an option to kill them. He could just refuse to kill them. I think the options are all there. He may just refuse to do the option depending on how high the meters are in either direction. I don't know though. That would be really kind of cool though if the options didn't pop up unless he had a meter high enough for him to consider doing that. That would be a really nifty idea. And it might work like that. I honestly don't know. I'm guessing. But yeah. I'm glad that's over with. I'm sorry for ranting so much when it was over, but man, that was a tough one to get through.